gear. It's a fact the show's back in town. Sunday Night Football with a big showdown. We got the Vikings and the Falcons battling out tonight. And hey, we about to jam it out on the show tonight. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tim Reynolds Show's live play-by-play for tonight's prime time matchup here in Week 2 of the 2025 NFL season, where we will see the Atlanta Falcons travel to take on the Minnesota Vikings, and it's going to be a big Sunday night primetime showdown, ladies and gentlemen. And let's make sure we get everything rolling and going here on Tim Reynolds Show. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday night. Shout out Lighthouse Keeper, the first one in the chat. Let's go, bro. All right, let's get this poll started with everybody. All right. Get this going here. Ba-ba-ba. All right, and there we go. Poll is up in the chat, everybody. Hope y'all are doing good. Intensify, what's going on, brother? No need to bring up the Chiefs loss. All right. All right. Here we go, everybody.
The future of the NFL is center stage.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves a big matchup here with the Atlanta Falcons traveling to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Atlanta had a close one against my Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week, but unfortunately, they missed a field goal late in the game that would have tied it. And because of that late field goal, the starting kicker for the Atlanta Falcons, has been benched here in this matchup. So a new kicker, Romeo, will be in for the Atlanta Falcons here in this game. So excuse me, something to keep an eye out here, guys, because Romeo actually kicked for the Minnesota Vikings last year, so he knows this building and this turf very, very well. So this could be a very pivotal thing to pay attention to for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, for the Minnesota Vikings, these guys come in a little banged up with the injury report for the Vikings looking very extensive. A lot of players on that injury report for the Minnesota Vikings coming into this one. So I'm really curious how the Vikings defense is going to play with all those key pieces missing on the defensive side of the ball for the Minnesota Vikings. So, guys, go over the Vikings injuries here. Harrison Smith, the standout captain and safety there for the Minnesota Vikings, will miss his second straight game to start the season, so he's out. Also, Andrew Van Ginkel, the standout linebacker, will also be inactive for this matchup, and Jeff Okudah, the cornerback, will also miss this game here. So, 3 key pieces out for that Minnesota Vikings defense. Looking at the Atlanta Falcons injury report, they will be without Casey Washington, the wide receiver last week, is inactive, dealing with an injury after he broke out last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jake Nelson, the offensive tackle, will be out, and so will Sam Roberts, the defensive tackle. He's also out for this game, and so is Clark Phillips III, the cornerback there for the Falcons. And that's your injury report here for both teams for Sunday Night Football. Coming into this matchup, the Minnesota Vikings are 3.5-point favorites here in this game. Looking at this game here for me, guys, I got to roll with the Minnesota Vikings just based on what I seen last week. That defense looks legit. Now, the injuries could play a big part in this one, so 3.5 is probably going to be that close, if not closer, in this matchup, especially with those key injuries on the defense for Minnesota. But look out, man. If anything, the Falcons offense really proved that they can throw the ball around, and they're going to have a high-powered offense this year, so I'm really wondering how Atlanta's offense will click in this one, especially because they've been dealing with some injuries at the wide receiver position. Drake London had a shoulder injury, but he's going to be good to go and play in this game. And then Darnell Mooney, their standout big play wide receiver, missed last week, the first game of the season against the Tampa Bay Bucks. So he'll make his season debut here in this matchup on Sunday Night Football against the Minnesota Vikings. Looking at that Vikings offense here, Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason are going to be a big part of that backfield. The Vikings are one of those teams that like to use multiple running backs, so look for Mason and Jones Sr. to have really good workloads here in this game for the Minnesota Vikings offense. And I'm looking to see how J.J. McCarthy starts this game out after he started out so bad in the first 3 quarters of Monday Night Football against Chicago. I want to see if J.J. McCarthy has a little bit more of a better start, a little quicker of a start here in this game here, guys. And there's the beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium and Jake McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy.
Thursday, you become a dad, and tonight you're playing in front of this crowd for the first time. Can you describe what this week has been like for you?
It's been a blessing to live in the present moment. You know, just soaking it all in from, just the start of training camp to now.
And congratulations to J.J. McCarthy. Just became a dad this week. That's pretty awesome. Oh, look at that. TW Route says Vikings Super Bowl. Hell yeah. Carson, what's up, man? ATL is the whole body deodorant. They're going to get Phoenix and Pitts, but they're still ass. What's up, Carson? Vikings definitely going to take the dub, says Lighthouse Keeper. Hell yeah. Carson, how about your Bengals pulling that one out against the Jaguars? If I'm a Jaguars fan right now, I'm a little disappointed. Jaguars fans should have been able to see them get the victory in that one with Joe Burrow going out. But man, how about Joe Burrow? Torn ligaments in his toe? That is not good, man. You could probably see Joe Burrow missing several weeks due to that injury this year. So that's not good for the Bengals, but thank goodness that they did get the victory here, because now they're 2-0. And there's the 2024 NFL Coach of the Year. O'Connell going up against Raheem Morris in his second full season as the Falcons head coach. Pacer, yeah, who knows? Toes had ligaments. Yeah, right? That's hilarious, dude. That's hilarious, bro. Oh, yeah, Carson, even if he has surgery, that's a slow recovering injury, the toe injury. And once he's like sitting down, you got to let him fully recover that, because you could seriously go and re-injure that turf toe injury very easily. And there's Jared Allen, the former Minnesota Viking and Hall of Fame inductee. Skull! 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 Skull!
Job well done, Jared Allen.
Look at the crowd getting all pumped up for the Hall of Famer Jared Allen here in attendance tonight as we get things started here. Looks like the Vikings will be kicking off to the Atlanta Falcons here. So the Vikings will receive at halftime, or for the second half, I should say. The Atlanta Falcons are in the all-white uniforms, and the Vikings are in their classic purple and white uniforms. What's up, football? What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Please don't forget to make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And welcome to one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now, let's go. And guys, this Atlanta Falcons offense will look to get back on track after the way things ended up last week. They put up a lot of stats, but weren't able to get in the end zone as often as they would like. So we'll see how Michael Penix Jr. performs here in this one, starting out today. And now here we go. Michael Penix Jr. under center. 1st and 10, ball at the 35-yard line here. Pistol formation, handoff to Robinson. Robinson breaks a tackle, past the 40, past the 45 to the 50, and he's down right at the 40-yard line. And once again, Bijan Robinson making his presence known with a hell of a run to start off this game.
This is their play.
And you see here, it's just a stretch play to the left in the pistol formation. Robinson following his blocks, patient to get through the line there. Breaks 2 tackles on his way for a big gain there.
One of the absolute best backs in the National Football League.
So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. That was a gain of 25 yards on that carry. So here we go. Handoff here to the next side. It's a stretch play up the middle. Robinson to the 30, inside the 25, and he's tackled down at the 23-yard line. And another first down run from Robinson. And the Falcons offense looks unstoppable here. 2 plays in, 2 rushes, 42 yards already for Robinson.
You don't have Caleb McGarry, you can't run the football. And basically everybody I talk to from the Falcons.
So here we go, guys. Already Robinson's the focal point here on this offensive drive, but 2 plays and they're already inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Penix in the pistol formation, hands it off to Mooney again, or should I? Robinson. After Mooney was in motion, and Robinson's now inside the 20 and down at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards on the play for number 7. And Michael Penix Jr. last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 27 for 42 for 298 yards passing with 2 total touchdowns and no turnovers. So a pretty decent game to start off the year for Michael Penix Jr. But now here in week 2, he's going to look to improve off of that and hopefully get the dub for the Falcons. Ball here at the 18-yard line. Penix is in the pistol formation. Vikings show blitz. They send him. Handoff Robinson. Oh, and he slipped right at the line of scrimmage. So there's going to be no gain on that play. So 3rd down coming up here for the Falcons. And we see here on the replay, 2 blitzers from the middle, both linebackers. Robinson, a nice move to bounce to the outside, but a great tackle there from the defensive lineman for Minnesota. And that's Allen, number 93, with the tackle. So 3rd down and 4 coming up here for the Falcons at the 18-yard line. And this is a big play here for Minnesota's defense. So in shotgun, Penix. Oh! And Atlanta's got to burn a timeout. So there we go. The Falcons got to burn their first timeout here in the first half with just over 12 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Atlanta is driving. We'll see what they're able to do here on a crucial 3rd down inside the red zone. What's going on, chat? Oh, congratulations, Carson, winning your fantasy. Yo, Tyler, what's up, man? Tough loss for your Chiefs today, brother. Hope you're doing well. Logan, what's up, man? Let's go Vikings. Little Dice, what's up, dude? Daniel, what's going on, man? Thanks for hanging out in the chat, everybody. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we'll get to some more of the comments here, but it's 3rd down and 4 coming up here for the Falcons. In shotgun, Michael Penix Jr. switching the play up here, but the play clock's about to run out again. Uh-oh, and there's a penalty marker. And the crowd now getting to the offense for Atlanta, and that's a false start. And that's not what Atlanta was looking for there on a crucial 3rd down here on their first drive of the game. And you can tell Raheem Morris not too happy there with the penalty flag for his offense. Dude, me too, OKC. Me too, brother. What's up, Finn? GAB, what's up, bro? Adam, welcome to the chat, man. Donnie, what's going on? 49ers for life. Snipe, what's up, brother? All right, here we go, guys. 3rd down and 9 after the penalty. Ball now on the 22-yard line. Michael Penix Jr.'s in shotgun. Low snap. Able to catch it and corral it. Steps up in the pocket. Delivers that one to Kyle Pitts, and he's tackled just short of the line to gain. So now a 4th down decision coming up here for Atlanta. And will we see the kicker, Romeo, come out for his first kick here for the Falcons, or will the offense go for it here on 4th and short? Under 12 minutes to go here in the first quarter, a 0-0 ball game. Atlanta on their first drive of the game, and the clock's already running out here, under 20 seconds to go, and Michael Penix Jr. and the team is still not even broke the huddle. Okay, they just left the huddle. 5 seconds to go here. Penix under center. 2, 1, 0 on the play clock, and there's a delay of game. And that's another flag on Atlanta, and Michael Penix Jr. is not happy about it. The communication not good here for Atlanta, and that's a big penalty marker. And you can hear this. Penix trying to get the play call in.
There's always a bit of hesitation. You've got to make the decision on the sideline. You've got to run to the far end of the field, and they just didn't execute that as a...
So now Parker Romeo, in 4 games with the Vikings last year, did pretty good, 11 of 12 on field goals. So now a 38-yard attempt coming up here for the Falcons.
4 games for the Vikings last year from 38 yards.
Oh, no, and he missed it. Oh, no, he got it. Oh, my goodness, I thought he missed that. Woo!
Back in a place where he kicked last year, as the Falcons were able to get 3.
Yeah, guys, I'm down like by almost 100 points. I got 4 guys left, though. I got Baker Mayfield and Bucky Irving tomorrow. No, 5 guys left. I got Bucky Irving and Baker Mayfield tomorrow. I got Ladd McConkey playing tomorrow as well. And then tonight I got TJ Hawkinson and Jones for the Vikings. So let's hope something happens. William, what's going on, man? Tim Reynolds watching TV tomorrow for Monday Night Football, Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Texans. Hell yeah. William, we will be live here on Tim Reynolds Show for that Bucs game. Thank you guys for hanging out here on the channel. Let's get the score updated in the chat for everybody. Thank you for hanging out, guys. Yeah, I thought for sure that was a missed kick there for a second, but Romo was able to get it just inside the left upright there. So all right. All right, there we go, guys. Updated score there, pinned for you guys in the chat. Don't forget to hit the poll. Pick your guys' winner for this upcoming matchup. And hey, yeah, OKC, you can hate the tush push, man, but it freaking works, dude. It freaking works. Protect our public lands. Vote. Okay, thank you, Floaty McBoat. Appreciate you, man. Tim, are you into watching sports by any chance? You know, Shanky, okay, maybe a little bit. What's up, Go Vikings? I'm a Jaguars fan. Hell yeah. What's up, Sergio? Hey, Elvis, what's going on, man? Carson says, Okie fans recognize my team could if you, right. Yeah, and Carson was asking about how Browning did for the Cincinnati Bengals against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I thought he played pretty good, to be honest with you. Like the Jaguars should have won that game. When your team loses their starting quarterback like they did, the Bengals, as the Jaguars, you got to pounce on that, man. And unfortunately, the Jaguars weren't able to do it. So a big win there for the Bengals. All right, guys. So after that drive, we'll see the Minnesota Vikings get ready to come out for their first drive of the game. And that drive for the Atlanta Falcons was 6 plays, 45 yards, and the 38-yard field goal puts Atlanta on the board here, a 3-0 lead with just over 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And a return here for Minnesota inside the 20, inside the 25, and he's tackled down at the 27-yard line, and that's where Minnesota will start their first drive of the ball game.
Michigan, Aaron Jones Sr.
Hell yeah, let's go Ravens. Some snipe in the chat. Sergio, let's go Buccaneers. Hell yeah. Ashley, what's up? Shout out to you. All right, here we go. So 1st and 10 coming up here for Minnesota. Ball at the 27-yard line. McCarthy in shotgun. Quick throw out. Oh, and is that caught? And they'll say that's a catch to number 1. It's only a gain of a couple on that play. And J.J. McCarthy, 64-3 record as a starter since high school. The 10th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft from Michigan. Missed all of his rookie season last year with a torn meniscus. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 8 after that short completion. Got him to the 29-yard line. Under center is McCarthy. Jones is in the backfield. Jefferson in motion. The toss to the right side to Jones. Jones met right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. And Diablo, number 0, the linebacker, was there on the tackle for the Falcons.
Yeah, he really did, and he's given them a second blitz element.
And that's right, Diablo has actually been very good. We see him moving around the football a lot last week. And he did a very, very good job.
Spent a good bit of time in San Francisco. That whole idea of a former safety converted to a linebacker.
And here we go now. 3rd down and 7 from the 30-yard line. J.J. McCarthy's in shotgun. 3 wide receiver set. Receiver in motion. Blitz coming from the Falcons. J.J. steps up in the pocket. He's going to run for it here. Pump fakes. Trucks over a man and dives for the line to gain. And will they give it to him? And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. What an effort there from the Vikings young quarterback, man. And they're going to have him, looks like maybe just short. Look at here. Oh, no, he got that. And he may have got that here or there. They're probably going to want a measurement if you're Minnesota. But instead, they're going to be right here at the line of scrimmage. Oh, and McCarthy on the QB sneak. And oh, no, he got stuffed. He got stuffed. Atlanta's defense comes up with a huge stop there. And that is a not good way to start if you're Minnesota. See, I didn't like that for the Vikings. If I was them, I would have probably challenged the spot of that last play. And Raheem Morris is fired up for his defense. And we see here on the replay, J.J. McCarthy got no push. Oh, and he fumbled the football. J.J. McCarthy couldn't hold on to the snap. He juggled the snap and had to pick up the football. And unfortunately, they're not able to get enough of push there. And McCarthy is stuffed on the quarterback sneak. And man, that is tough there for the Vikings.
One of the really impressive things about Philadelphia that they do it so well.
Yeah, Carson, I thought for sure he might have crossed the line before he went out of bounds. I would have at least challenged that. But hey, it is what it is. So here we go, guys. 1st and 10 now in great field position for the Falcons. A handoff to Robinson, a stretch play to the right side. Robinson trucks over the defender and gets a nice gain of about 5 or 6 yards on that run. So 2nd down coming up here for the Falcons. They were set up there at about the 34-yard line, or the 36-yard line, pardon me. And a nice carry there. It looks like gets him just inside the 30-yard line for Bijan Robinson. And he's already approaching almost 100 yards here in the 1st quarter for the young running back out of Texas. 5 rushes, 53 yards already here for Robinson. Ball at the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 4. Pistol formation for Penix. Play action. Under pressure, Penix gets it off to his running back. I don't know. Robinson's able to pick that up and take it all the way to the 20-yard line, but I think that may have hit the ground. So we'll see here on the replay, pressure getting right into the face of the quarterback for the Falcons. The play action. He rolls back to his left, but quickly gets rid of that. No! Robinson may have caught that. Nope, it hit the ground. I thought for sure it hit the ground. So that one's going to come back here for the Falcons. So that's an incomplete pass.
They try to get the replay assist in those within that 20-second window. If it's clear and obvious.
Hey, Keith, what's going on, man? Yo, Val, what's up? Val7 in the chat, what's up?
Good job by the replay booth for being on top.
It's a really good addition.
Thank you guys for hanging out on the channel. Please, guys, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, or I should say 2,000 subscribers, guys. Wish it was 20,000. That'd be awesome. All right, here we go, guys. And after that play was comes back there after replay review, now we'll see third down.
That's the sorting that is happening right now. Raheem Morris is making sure that it's in the right spot. We gotta get the game clock right as well.
All right, here we go. Taking a little time to get this going here, but it's 3rd down and 3 coming up here for Atlanta. They have a 3-0 lead here in the first quarter, just over 8 minutes remaining. Coming out in shotgun here is Michael Penix Jr., number 9. A big 3rd down for the Vikings defense. Once again, the officials taking their time. Ball's now back at the 30-yard line for 3rd and 3. Vikings are showing blitz. Looking to throw, 4-man rush. Quick throw, Pitts with the catch, and trucks over a man, and he's inside the 15 for a 1st down, Atlanta. And Kyle Pitts already with a couple of nice catches here in the first quarter. This one-on-one on the outside. Pitts, nice little slant move, makes the catch, and he was wide open, and he'll take that all day if you're Atlanta. And that's a big catch for a 1st down inside the 15. And now inside the red zone, 1st and 10 for Atlanta. And the Falcons here looking to take a 2-score lead. And last week, 7 receptions on 8 targets, tied for his 2nd most receptions in a game in his career. And so now at the 15, Penix looking to throw. Blitz coming from the Falcons. A quick throw out to Bijan Robinson. And he gets a gain of about 4 yards on that play in the flat on the right side of the field. And that's going to bring up 2nd down here for the Falcons. And Robinson being used a lot here out of the backfield in the passing game and doing very, very well with the running game already. And 107 yards after the catch last week against the Buccaneers. That was the most in the NFL in week 1. For real, man. Robinson, you got him on your fantasy team. You are happy. So here we go. 2nd down and 5. Ball's right outside the 10-yard line. Minnesota is showing an all-out blitz here. Penix is in shotgun. Blitz coming from Minnesota. The Atlanta picks it up. Oh, and Robinson dropped that one. Michael Penix Jr. got the ball out quick. Robinson was the intended target, the running back coming out of the backfield, and just not able to bring that one in. So now 3rd down and 5 for Atlanta. And Raheem Morris, man, he just looks a little more stressed and worried this year than we've seen him on the sideline last year for Atlanta. So a big 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Atlanta offense as the Minnesota Vikings defense tries to come up with a big stop here in the red zone. Ball at the 10-yard line. Penix is in shotgun. Atlanta has a receiver in motion. 4-man rush for the Vikings. Penix rolling to his left, trying to get away from pressure. Throws. Oh, and Mooney. Oh, he had Mooney in the back of the end zone. And number 1, Darnell Mooney cannot bring in that reception for the touchdown. And that's going to bring up 4th and 5 for Atlanta. And now we'll see another field goal attempt.
But that was the correct call because the ball has to be inside the outside edge of the goalpost.
The entire ball.
Yes, all of it.
Look how happy Terry is.
So after the first field goal barely made it, now Romeo comes out for his 2nd field goal of the night. A 29-yard attempt here for Atlanta. The kick is up and it is good. And Atlanta takes a 6-0 lead here in the first quarter. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So field goal TL. All right, there we go, everybody. Got the score updated for everybody. Magic Johnson, welcome back, man. Chill Till I Die says, Penix is a bum. Sorry to hear that, man. And a lot of people are starting to find out whether or not Penix is going to be a good quarterback or not, man. All right, guys, that's about it. If you have any football questions in the chat, guys, please let me know. Hope you guys are doing well. Appreciate everyone hopping on the channel. Please don't forget to make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show. All right. We ain't doing too shabby. Ain't doing too shabby, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it up. We're here on a commercial break. Just waiting to get back to the action here. Dude, Tommy, I know. I'm glad someone finally brought it up. Guys, the freaking Detroit Lions are back on track, everybody. They destroyed the Bears. Over 50 points they put on that Bears defense. Yo, Ben Johnson. Yeah, you might want to go back to the drawing board, dog, because holy smokes, dude. Especially after the letdown from that Chicago defense on Monday night. I mean, you would have thought they were going to show up to play a little bit more here in this one, and that was just not the case, dude. Insane. Tommy, shout out in the chat, man. Fishing Bros, what's up, man? What's your opinion on the Steelers? A little inconsistent. I'm a little worried about the defense. I'm not sure why they're not playing better on the defensive side of the ball compared to what we've seen. I mean, today, Seattle was able to run the football all over them, and I can't really wrap my head around why. And I also don't understand why this running game for the Pittsburgh Steelers isn't really going anywhere. So, a little interesting there. I thought Aaron Rodgers played okay, but he tried to do a little too much there because they couldn't really run the football or play defense. Sort of the same story in week one. Just unfortunately, the Seattle Seahawks were able to get the victory in this one instead of the Steelers being able to pull one out like they did against the Jets last week. So, I don't know. To me, they got to get back to basics if you're the Steelers. You got to get back to running the football good, and you got to get back to playing good defense. So, we'll see what happens. And now we'll see the Vikings here on a return, number 4, up past the 20, and gets close to about the 25-yard line. Oh, but there is a penalty marker on the play. Oh, yeah. Carson, as far as your Bengals go, dog, you better just, you got to keep it quiet, all right? Because you don't know what's happening with Burrow. If Burrow's out for most of the season, you can kiss your playoff hopes goodbye because Browning's not taking you guys to the playoffs. I will tell you that right now. Tommy, I'm glad for the Lions too, man. It was a good victory. So here we go after the penalty ball at the 14-yard line now for Minnesota. Under center is J.J. McCarthy. The handoff to Jones. Jones bounces out to the right side. He's got some room. And, leaping over the defender and inside the 20-yard line, down at the 22. And now second down and short coming up for Minnesota.
Here early in the game a week ago was Jordan Mason, who really exploded on the scene.
And Aaron Jones last year with career highs in rushing attempts and rushing yards for the Minnesota Vikings. But they've also signed Jordan Mason, trading for him from San Francisco, and he got a big workload last week for Minnesota's offense. So here we go, ball at the 21-yard line now, second down and 3 after that rush of 7 yards. Handoff here to Jones once again. He bounces to the left side, a stiff arm, and he's not able to break the tackle and gets a gain of maybe a yard on the carry. So now third down and short coming up here for Atlanta. Xavier, what's going on, man? Yeah, Keith. I feel bad for Jags fans, man. They should have had that game won. And now we see a 5-man front here for Atlanta. And The tight end on the left side not able to keep the linebacker blocked, and that's who was able to get in and make the tackle. A gain of a yard, so now 3rd down and 2 for Minnesota. Ball at the 22-yard line. J.J. McCarthy's in shotgun. Blitz from Atlanta. He's under pressure, and he goes down. A big sack there for Atlanta, and this pass rush is getting home, and that was Pierce Jr., the rookie, able to get J.J. McCarthy down for the sack. And now 4th down coming up here for Minnesota. Kenneth's still looking for the DoorDash driver. What's going on, man? TCU fan, what's going on, bro? Yeah, Xavier. Denver did throw that game, man. That was tough. And Pierce Jr. able to get in the backfield, and he was the one initially that got to the quarterback, and the defense is able to bring down J.J. McCarthy for the sack. So 4th and 11. The punt here from his own end zone. Oh, and that was almost blocked. A nice kick here, good hang time, and a fair catch made. How about that? Man, that's probably about a 60, 70-yard punt when you look at the net yardage there for the punter for the Minnesota Vikings. And now Atlanta will start their next drive inside the 30, or I should say just inside the 30-yard line. So at the 28-yard line is where Atlanta will start their next drive. So far, we're just under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Atlanta is leading 6-0 here. And so far for Minnesota, 2 3-and-outs. The first one was a turnover on downs, believe it or not. And then this last one, a quick 3-and-out, -1 yards on their last drive. And now Atlanta gets the ball back after a 7-play, 26-yard drive. Got them in field goal range. They've now hit 2 field goals here in this ball game and have a 6-0 lead here in the first quarter. Got to give it to Romo, the kicker here for Atlanta. Parker Romo, number 39, 2 for 2 right now on field goal kicks, being the new kicker here for Atlanta, with Koo being benched by head coach Raheem Morris earlier this week. What's up, Ty? He says, hey, I'm Tay. I'm joined here by TimReynoldsShow. So what is this game shaping up to be? Well, Ty, to be honest with you, if it's anything like we've seen here through the first quarter, Atlanta may be able to get the ball down the field a little bit quicker than I expected. With these key defensive injuries for Minnesota, you can tell that this is already having a big impact with how well this Atlanta Falcons offense looks like they're able to move the ball around. Now, they're going to have to protect Michael Penix Jr. a little bit better. That offensive line is not giving Penix enough proper protection, and we're seeing the same thing from the Minnesota Vikings offense. Their offensive line is getting blown up right now. They're not able to run the football and give proper pass protection to J.J. McCarthy, so they've got to execute a little bit more if you're Minnesota and you want a chance to continue to compete here in this matchup. But Ty, thank you for hanging out here on the show. Tell me, what are you looking at and what are you thinking here in this game here, man? Back to you, Tony Romo. Ty, you rock, dude. Damn. Dan Carson with the burn in the chat. Come on, Carson. Don't be throwing Kansas City shade already. Carson, your season might be over with the Burrow injury, so you better watch out, man. So here we go now, 1st and 10 for Atlanta. Ball in the 28-yard line. Pistol formation, Penix play action, looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket, dumps it off to his running back, Algier. And nice tackling here early on from the Vikings, but there is a penalty marker on the play. And we'll see where this one is, possibly in the secondary. And this could be going up against Minnesota, this penalty.
Before the pass, illegal contact, defense, number 7. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. That's on Byron Murphy.
So Byron Murphy with the illegal contact further than 5 yards down the field, and the man who had 6 interceptions last year that tied for 3rd in the NFL was called for the penalty.
8 of them to Bijan, and that one to Tyler Algier.
Jacob, Jesus loves you too. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude.
They don't want this tremendous pass.
All right, here we go. So now the pistol formation here for Atlanta after that penalty gave him a new set of downs. Ball at the 33-yard line. Penix is in the pistol formation. Receiver in motion. Handoff here to Algier. Algier up the middle, just trucking over defenders there. A nice, powerful run by number 25. And that sets up second down and short here for Atlanta.
And it really is a different-looking Vikings defense.
And we see here Algier is that power back for Atlanta. And anytime you see him get the ball in his hands, he's hard to bring down. And you've seen it there on that play, nearly trucking over the defensive lineman. And you see here 4 key injuries for this Minnesota Vikings defense, including linebacker Blake Cashman, who's on injured reserve with a hamstring injury, so he'll miss the next 4 weeks. So here we go, 2nd and 5 at the 38. Michael Penix Jr. in the pistol, hands off to Algier. Algier up the middle once again, and he's got enough for the first down for Atlanta. A nice gain there following his blockers, and Algier once again tough to bring down, and he gets a gain there of about 6 or 7 on that play. And right now, currently the second longest streak in the NFL with over 592 touches and no fumbles for Tyler Algier. Robinson getting a little bit of a break there on the sideline. Atlanta dominating right now with the offensive numbers here in the first quarter. Ball at the 44-yard line. Penix in the pistol formation again. Play action, looking to throw. Blitz coming, gets rid of it. Penix gets caught. Kyle Pitts with a nice catch there. And a first down, Atlanta. And Kyle Pitts catches the ball from Michael Penix Jr. A beautiful pass. And Pitts has already got 3 catches here in this first quarter. As we see the replay, he's one-on-one. A nice outside route there on the right side there. And Penix able to take advantage of the one-on-one coverage, and Kyle Pitts able to make a nice catch there. And already 3 catches for 34 yards for Pitts. Now Robinson back in the game. Ball here at the 44-yard line in Minnesota Vikings territory. And that's a penalty marker and a false start on Atlanta. And more sabotaging mistakes here for the Atlanta offense. And Kyle Pitts was the one called with the false start. And he was flagged on the play, so that's going to back up the Atlanta offense. Tommy, I don't know who the best team really is in the NFL right now, but just by watching film, it's either Green Bay or Philly right now. So here we go, guys. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Ball at the 49. Penix and pistol. Play action. Rolling to his right. Downfield. That's caught. Drake London with the stiff arm fumble. And the Vikings have it. And it's a turnover. And the Vikings defense comes up big. And that's the first turnover of the game. And Drake London not able to hold on to that ball. And the defense comes up with a huge turnover. And that pass was completed by Drake London. But, man, look at Wilson with the big punch out there after Drake London went for the stiff arm. And the safety, number 26, or the cornerback, was able to recover there for the Minnesota Vikings defense. And we'll come back here after commercial break, and it'll be first down, Minnesota. Carson, good luck, buddy. Good luck to your Bengals, man. Yeah, Tim, if the Vikings can get some defense going, they'll be good. I think so, Ty Buffington. I think if we see this defense play up to their potential here from Minnesota, this could be a very close game here against the Atlanta Falcons. I am going with the Vikings because of their defense, but right now Atlanta's defense is playing some really good football here in the first quarter. All right, Jacob, what's going on, man? He says, who's the best player in the NFL? I guess you got to go with the reigning MVP, right? I would say Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes is probably right there with them. And then maybe Saquon Barkley, Myles Garrett, right around there. It's probably my top 4 or 5 right there if you had to ask me. But thank you, Jacob. Here we go. It says, who's the best player of all time? Well, I guess you'd have to give that to Tom Brady, right? He's won the most Super Bowls. So, yeah. Go Brady, baby. Go Brady. All right. Hope you guys are doing good, man. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. If you got any more football questions, please let me know in the chat. And make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, guys, I got channel memberships now live on my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys sign up for those. If you're interested, feel free to donate here, either with Super Chats or the link on my YouTube channel there to donate. And appreciate you guys for hanging out here on the channel. What made you want to do YouTube, says Jacob? So I've always wanted to be a sports broadcaster. I'd say a football broadcaster. I've always been really passionate into football. When I was younger, I wanted to play football so bad. And unfortunately, you know, when high school ended and college wasn't really in the picture for me, unfortunately, I always had this dream deep down to be able to do sports broadcasting or do at least football broadcasting. So for me, finally, I had this idea about 6 years ago to start a YouTube channel. It's actually even way longer than that, back in 2015. So about 10 years ago is when I first thought of the idea. And then all of a sudden, you know, about 5 years ago, I started putting pen to paper. And a year ago, we finally started the YouTube channel here. So 1st and 10 for Minnesota after the turnover. Play action. McCarthy looking downfield. Oh, and that's a catch there from Justin Jefferson. And Jets, unfortunately, runs out of bounds there coming back to the ball. So it's only a gain of 9. So 2nd down coming up here for Minnesota. And that's the 500th catch in Justin Jefferson's career. Congratulations to him.
You see the numbers he put up in year 5.
All right, here we go. J.J. McCarthy under center. Handoff here, Mason. Oh, and he's met in the backfield there, and he's going to lose a yard on that play. And this defensive line for Atlanta continues to stuff the run here early on. And now a crucial 3rd down coming up for Minnesota.
Going across had made McCarthy take a different path there, but he sort of had to go around and barely got this handoff. And by the time he did, there was just nothing left there. So once again, these short yardage situations, Vikings got to be better.
So here we go now, 3rd down and 2 for Minnesota after the turnover. Ball at the 40-yard line here. Atlanta's defense looking for a stop. JJ, handoff, Mason up the middle, and he's got enough for the 1st down for Minnesota. And the Vikings get the ball up here close to midfield, and that turnover could prove to be crucial, but we've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and the Atlanta Falcons have a 6-0 lead over the Minnesota Vikings. Thank you, Jacob. I really appreciate your kindness in the chat, man. Hell, Garrett, appreciate you, dude. Tom Brady, not at all, man. My grandmother would be a Hall of Famer with the roster every time. Yeah, Derek, I guess, Derek, if you go, you have to go probably old school then, right? If you're going to take away like new school roster construction and like who was able to do the most with, you know, the least amount as far as that, yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough one to think about, like greatest of all time. I mean, I'm a big defensive guy. I guess offense is really easy to try to pick, like who's the best player of all time. I mean, think everybody would probably pick an offensive player. But I think 2 guys on defense that have got to get consideration for the best players of all time have got to be either Reggie White or Lawrence Taylor. Now, you can disagree with them all you want on what kind of people they were or anything like that. But to me, when you're talking about like best players of all time, yeah, you've got to probably put those 2 guys up there with some of the greatest. What's up, Jamie? Welcome to the chat. All right, Ty with another question here says, I got an honest question, Tim. So we all know the Chiefs lost to the Eagles, and Gus Johnson and us are wondering, will Taylor Swift's Chiefs make the playoffs? Yeah, Ty, look, 2 close losses for the Chiefs And they're not even at full strength yet, so I wouldn't doubt the Chiefs just yet. Now, any team that starts out 0-2 has a very small chance of making the playoffs, but I think the Chiefs are one of those teams that this is kind of maybe an outlier for them, and unless the injuries continue to pile up for them, I just don't see them not winning double-digit games this year. Like, them getting to 10 wins, I could almost put some money on that if I was, even right now with the way they look. But you never know. We've seen crazier things in the NFL. I think for me, if I had to put some money on it, I would bet the Chiefs make the playoffs. Now, win the division, maybe not. The Chargers look pretty good. We'll have to see how that goes. All right, Jacob wants to know, what about the best physical player? Okay, so for me, I'm a little biased with this because I would say like John Lynch or maybe even Derek Brooks because those guys could hit. But you got to probably go with either Dawkins, Reed, or Ray Lewis. So here we go. Play action. McCarthy dumps that off. It's Mason who catches the screen pass there, but only a gain of about 3 yards on that play. So not much there in the passing game on that short little screen to the running back. So now 2nd down and long coming up here from Minnesota. So here we go. Billy Bowman back there in the secondary, including safety Watts for Atlanta. 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 45-yard line. Play action. McCarthy rolling to his left. Still running. He's going to try to run it here and get a couple yards on the play. So 3rd down coming up here from Minnesota. So J.J. McCarthy not able to find anything downfield. So he kind of takes what the defense gives him. So that brings up 3rd down here for Minnesota. So here we go. J.J. McCarthy now in the shotgun. 3rd down and 6 coming up here for Minnesota. Ball at the 47-yard line. Atlanta is showing blitz, and they do rush an extra. McCarthy gets it out, though. Oh, and a beautiful catch by number 1, going up and making the grab and landing on his back and holds on to the catch. And what a big throw and a big catch there for the Minnesota Vikings as they get the 1st down here. And we see Diablo, the linebacker number 0, comes in on the blitz. A nice pickup there from Mason, the running back. J.J. McCarthy able to get that out to his target on the right side of the play. And number 1 gets off of his feet and leaps up over his head to make that grab. And now 1st down here coming up for the Vikings. Now is a gain of 12 yards to Naylor. And now we see a handoff here to Mason up the middle, bouncing to the left side. And he found a nice running room there, a gain of 6 yards on the play. So now 2nd down and short coming up here for Minnesota Vikings. Carson, I got nothing against your Bengals, man. Look, honestly, man, I thought your Bengals were going to be one of the best teams in the NFL. But already the injury bug has bit them, and I was worried about that with Joe Burrow. So here we go. 2nd down and 4 here for Minnesota. And it looks like false start on the Vikings, and this is going to back them up here. Another bad penalty here, and both offenses have been getting penalties called here early on. So here we go, guys. 6-0 Atlanta leads here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd down and 9, ball at the 40-yard line. J.J. McCarthy's in shotgun. And he'll hand it off here on the draw play to Mason. Mason, following his blocker, still on his feet. And he's close to the 1st down marker. A gain of about 8 yards on that play. And Mason with a nice strong run up the middle. And he gets a big gain there. And that sets up 3rd down and short. And we see here Mason just refusing to go down, just trucking over defenders and offensive linemen, helping him get further along as well. 4 rushes for 16 yards for Mason. And here we go. Almost 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. 3rd down and 1. McCarthy's in the pistol. Hands it off to Mason. Mason met in the backfield, but still able to fall forward and gets enough for the first down. And Minnesota here trying to really pound the rock here, kind of like they did in the second half against the Bears. And this team really knows how to get things rolling when they get the running game going. And we've seen that in the second half last week. That helps the play action game and helps J.J. McCarthy be able to get the ball downfield to his playmakers at the wide receiver position. All right, here we go. Shotgun for J.J. Ball at the 30-yard line. Play action. Uh-oh, blitz coming from Atlanta, and they get home for the sack. And that's Leonard Floyd there on the sack. Number 56 for Atlanta. And that's a big play made there, and that's going to go down as a sack for the Atlanta defense. And we see here on the replay, Floyd coming from the left side here. Atlanta rushed 5. The linebacker from the right side forced McCarthy to step up into the pocket, right into the arms of Floyd, and that's Atlanta's second sack of the day. Ball now at the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 18. Blitz coming again from Atlanta. The Vikings pick it up. Oh, and that was intended for Hawkinson. And instead it's batted down. Diablo, the linebacker, with a beautiful play made on the ball. And unfortunately, the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, not able to bring that one in. As we see here on the replay, number 0, Diablo in coverage. It's one-on-one. He doesn't even flinch from the double move there from Hawkinson, and he makes a terrific play on the ball. And unfortunately, T.J. Hawkinson not able to bring that one in. So now 2nd down and 18 for Minnesota. Ball at the 39-yard line. J.J. McCarthy in shotgun. Atlanta rushes 4. McCarthy downfield's got a man, and is that caught? Oh, no, Adam Thielen. Oh, did he catch it? He was down. They gave it to him. Adam Thielen caught that one. The ball kind of came loose afterwards, but they're going to call him down. 1st and 10, Minnesota. And there we see the replay. And Thielen down, knee down. Yep, and he was down on the ground. The ball was still in the body of Thielen. Nice call there by the referee, and 1st down, Minnesota. So that pass completed for 19 yards to Adam Thielen. Now ball at the 19-yard line. JJ looking to throw here in shotgun. Steps up in the pocket downfield. That's caught. Naylor at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Minnesota. And what an incredible throw by J.J. McCarthy. And that was a bullet right at the sideline to Naylor, who's lined up on the right side, number 1. It's one-on-one coverage, an out route, and Naylor brings that in, gets the feet down. Beautiful throw there from JJ. As we see here, it was man-to-man coverage, and Naylor able to bring that one in. So now it's 1st and goal, Minnesota. Ball at the 2-yard line. J.J. McCarthy's under center. Mason in the backfield. Receiver in motion. Oh, no! McCarthy fumbled it. He picks the ball back up, and now McCarthy looking downfield, and that's incomplete. And man, did JJ get lucky on that one. Holy shit. Dude, Cassidy, thank you, man. I wish there was a sports broadcasting tryout. Shit, I'd kill that. What's going on, guys? Hope y'all are doing well. We'll get to the comments as best as we can here, guys. If you have any football questions, please let me know in the comments, and we'll get to those during commercial breaks. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, so here we go. J.J. McCarthy now under center, 2nd and goal. Uh-oh. There's a penalty marker here on the play. Oh, no, and that's a delay of game on the offense. And right now, Minnesota having some trouble getting the play calls in on time. And that just cost them 5 yards here on a crucial 2nd down and goal. All right, so here we go. Second and goal coming up here for Minnesota. Ball now at the 7-yard line. McCarthy, play action, steps up in the pocket. Oh, no, and he's going to go down for the sack. And that's the other first-round pick, Walker, number 11, in and on the sack. And that's 3 sacks already for the first half here for the Atlanta Falcons defense. Walker, the rookie, lined up on the right side, going one-on-one with the left tackle here, and he just gets around him easily. And, man, McCarthy gets taken down. And that was a beautiful play made there for the sack. And now after that one, 3 sacks on the day. 3rd and goal. Minnesota in shotgun. JJ looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's running. Oh, no, and he's going to go down again. Atlanta with 2 straight sacks here in the red zone. And 4th and goal coming up for Minnesota. And what a turn of events, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Carson. Carson, are you in the chat? Where's my boy Carson in the chat? Carson, I got some bad news for you, dog. Oh, snap. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see Will Richard with the 33-yard field goal attempt here for Minnesota as they try to get on the board here in the second quarter. The kick is up and good, and that's 3 points for Minnesota. All right, Carson, we'll get to you in just a second. And guys, on that last drive for Minnesota, they got the ball all the way down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and then we get a delay of game penalty. That makes it 2nd and 7, or I should say, 1st and goal. J.J. McCarthy actually fumbles and they lose 6 yards on the play. And then 2nd and goal, when they lose 5 more yards, then it ends up being 2nd and goal from the 7, and then 3rd and goal from the 14 after J.J. McCarthy took a sack, and then another sack here on 3rd and goal. Now backs it up all the way to the 15-yard line. And now we've seen the field goal there, 33 yards for Minnesota, and they finally get on the board now with Atlanta leading 6-3 here in this ball game. And guys, we'll go over our stat recap after the first quarter. And yep, Joe Burrow ruled out for the rest of the season. Carson, I hate to break this to you, man. He's gonna miss 3 months with a torn ligament in his toe. The Bengals season's over, dog. The Bengals season's over. This is crazy. Joe Burrow won me the championship last year, and I didn't draft him this year. Thank goodness, dude. Thank goodness. Oh, this is bad. Carson, I'm so sorry. Carson, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Carson, 3 months. Carson, 3 months. So, got the end of October, end of November, end of December. He's only going to be coming back with like 2 weeks maybe in the season. He's done for the season, Carson. It sucks. That sucks, bro. Yeah, Carson, I wouldn't expect him back, man. This is one of those ligament injuries that's kind of like Tommy John in baseball. You got to let this thing heal completely before you start putting pressure on it. Then you got to rehab it. Oh, man, you just got to feel for Bengals fans right now, guys. This is terrible. I mean, terrible, dude. All right, guys, so let's go over the stat recap there after the first quarter as Minnesota was finally able to get on the board here. So we'll look at the Minnesota Vikings offensive numbers. J.J. McCarthy, 6 for 8 for 61 passing yards here. He's already been sacked 4 times in this game. Jordan Mason is the leading ball carrier with 5 carries for 18 yards. Aaron Jones with 3 carries for 9 yards as well. Excuse me. And Jalen Naylor is the leading receiver with 3 catches for 31 yards for the Vikings. Looking at the Atlanta Falcons, Michael Penix Jr., 5 for 8 for 57 yards passing the ball. Bijan Robinson with 5 carries for 54 yards now on the ground. And Kyle Pitts leads all receivers with 3 catches for 34 yards in this ball game. Atlanta leads 6-3 here in the second quarter with just over 7 minutes remaining. Carson, I know. It's so sad, man. Injuries have played such a big part in Joe Burrow's career. Yeah, Dustin, Joe Burrow, it's just been announced. He's got torn ligaments in his toe, and he could miss up to 3 months. Reportedly will probably miss the rest of the season. All right, and the 8th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, Michael Penix Jr. gets ready to lead this Atlanta Falcons offense here on this drive in the second. Ball on the 23-yard line, pistol formation here for Atlanta. Robinson's in the backfield. Handoff here, Robinson up the middle. He's got a nice gain there, and he gets that close to the 30-yard line, so second down and short coming up here for Atlanta.
And he's feeling better now, right, Mike, than he's felt. So whenever he gets an opportunity, expect a different-looking Kirk Cousins. But talking about Penix with Raheem, he was basically saying,
so here we go, second down and 3 coming up here for Atlanta.
Almost anybody else would have opted out. Not only did he do it, he was brilliant, threw the heck out of the ball, and we knew he had something special.
And now we see here up the middle, Robinson tackled down by Allen, and he's still going to be close to the first down marker depending on where they put the ball here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Ty in the chat says, and Tim, I have a question from Gus Johnson and Tony Romo, and they've been wondering, will the Chiefs make the Super Bowl? I don't have the Chiefs making the Super Bowl. For me, I've got the Baltimore Ravens still as my team to make the Super Bowl in the AFC, but there's a bunch of contenders in the AFC, so we'll have to see what happens. So 3rd and inches for Atlanta, handoff to Algier at the fullback position, and he's got enough for the first down, Falcons. And that ball now inside the 35-yard line. Algier able to take that carry up for a gain of about 3 yards. All they needed was a half a yard on 3 and inches on that play.
Lose to Tampa, a missed field goal keeps them forward.
The greatest franchise in football history? Probably the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, probably the Pittsburgh Steelers. So here we go, 1st and 10 for Atlanta. Pistol formation, blitz coming from Minnesota. Atlanta picks it up, but oh no, Penix goes down for the sack. And that's number 15, Turner, the linebacker there on the sack. And that's going to be a big loss for Atlanta. So 2nd down and long coming up here for the Atlanta offense. And Turner came on the right side there. Looked like he was lined up covering the receiver. He's able to get around Matthews. Penix was able to break a couple of tackles, but unfortunately, Turner is able to get right back to the quarterback and take him down for the loss. And Atlanta Falcons offensive line starting to see the pressure get to their quarterback here as the defense for Minnesota starts turning up the pressure here. Now loss of 10, 2nd and 20. Looking to throw here is Penix. Penix under pressure gets rid of it. Oh! And Rodney McLeod drops that one with Wilson laying down a big hit. So after that incomplete pass, it's now 3rd down and 20 for Atlanta. Oh, hair metal, dude. Nice prediction. Bills beat Lions in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to lie, man. If I see the Bills win a Super Bowl in my lifetime, I'm going to cry for them, man. Especially being the only team ever to lose 4 straight Super Bowls. I mean, you got a guy like Josh Allen there. If you're Buffalo, I would love to see them win a title. But I think my Bucks got a chance. And here we go. Penix looking to throw, dumps it off to Robinson in the flat. He's got some room, makes a man miss, breaks a tackle, and oh, gets so close to that first down marker. But it's going to be 4th down coming up here for Atlanta. And not a bad play there. Penix just getting it to his running back there in the flat. Robinson able to make some things happen, but after that 3rd down and 20 play, it's going to be 4th down and 6 here. A gain of 14 yards is not enough for Atlanta. And actually, they gave him 15, so 4th and 5. And now Atlanta will have to punt the ball here. Yeah, Drift Pod, no problem, man. I think the Ravens just have, like, the best overall team. And what a tackle there. Wow. And what a special teams play made there for Atlanta. A nice tackle there in the open field, and we'll see Minnesota come back out on offense after these commercial breaks. Charles B, welcome back, dude. Salute from Atlanta. Charles, welcome back to the chat, man. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, guys, it feels so bad for Bengals fans. I can't believe it. Breaking news, Joe Burrow is reportedly out for the next 3 months. That sucks. All right, I've been a Bengals fan since 2020. Sorry, I think they're cursed. I really don't know what to say. Hey, I understand, man. Being a Bucs fan growing up, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen the good and bad of being a football franchise. I can tell you that. Ty says, wow, honestly, I think I'm creating a YouTube channel called Ty the Sports Guy. Ty, no problem, man. That's pretty clever, dude. Oh, yeah. What's up, Malachi? Welcome to the chat. What's up, St. Louis? Welcome back to the chat. Hope you're doing good, man. DP, what's up? What's the injury? Oh, yeah. So Joe Burrow has a turf toe injury, but it's torn ligaments in his toe that could require surgery. And if he does get the surgery, he's going to be out up to 3 months, which pretty much means his season's pretty much over because he wouldn't be back until the last, 2 or 3 weeks of the season. So that's just not what you want to hear if you're a Bengals fan. Hell yeah, Jacob. This is a very close game right now. The defenses are playing well. Right now, Atlanta leads 6-3 here in the second quarter. Dude, Drift Pod, thank you, man. Hey, dude, guys, blow up ESPN's, social media account, man. Keep sending my link there, dog. Maybe they'll check me out. Let's go. Help a brother out, man. If I start working for the ESPN, y'all, I'm going to go off out here. We gonna lose some shit. We gonna fucking go crazy. Go crazy. And J.J. McCarthy has been pressured on 9 of 14 dropbacks here in this game by the Atlanta Falcons defense. A 64% pressure rate would be their highest since 2018. So the pressure really getting to the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings here in this first half. So now just over 3 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Minnesota trails 3-6. So here we go. 1st and 10, handoff there. Jones up the middle on the draw play, and he gets that close to the 20-yard line. A gain of about 7 on the play, so 2nd down coming up.
Into the medical tent with the independent concussion specialist who then came out.
All right, so here we go, guys. 2nd down and 4. Ball at the 20-yard line. McCarthy looking to throw. And that's completed over the middle. Adam Thielen with a nice catch and a 1st down, Minnesota. Yeah, Dustin, I mean, I made my picks, right? I'm not going to go with the division rival. Why am I gonna go for the division rival Atlanta Falcons when I'm a Bucs fan, Dustin? Come on, man, you got to think of that. Motown Mitch, what's up, brother? Hell yeah. All right, we'll try to get some more of these comments here in a little bit, guys. Thanks for hanging out, guys. So 1st and 10 here for Minnesota. JJ play action, looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket, downfield. Oh, is that picked? That was picked! Holy smokes! What an interception from the defender for Atlanta. That's Bowman Jr., the rookie, making an incredible grab for the turnover. And JJ can't believe it. Wow! What a grab! Bowman Jr. on top of the receiver, Naylor, and he makes a beautiful interception there. What a turnover. As we see again on the replay, Naylor goes in motion from left to right. Bowman's right there on him in man coverage, and what a play made on the ball. Naylor actually slipped on the play, so Naylor wasn't even able to get his hands up to try to make a play on that ball, and Bowman able to get the ball in his hands, but lands right on top of the receiver. So a tough turnover there for J.J. McCarthy, and now the Falcons have great field position here at the 38-yard line. Pistol formation for Atlanta. Penix hands it off to Robinson. Robinson up the middle for a gain of about 3 yards on that play. Second down coming up here for the Falcons. Jacob, that's okay, man. Hey, if you're a fan of some team, man, I don't hate you. You know, like I mean dislike, you know, the Cowboys or the Philadelphia Eagles a little bit because their fans can be a lot sometimes. But to be honest with you, man, I love football. I love fandom. So whoever you guys are a fan of, thank you for hanging out, guys. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Man, Jacob says, I got a hot take about 8 total sacks for Atlanta in this game. Hell, that's going to be a hell of a finish for the Atlanta fantasy defense and fantasy football for people that have got them playing here in this one. You said you want to be a broadcaster. I'll ask you, believe Super Bowl 56 was an onside penalty for Aaron Donald. Hey, if a penalty is what you think should decide a Super Bowl, well, then I don't know if you're really watching the games like you should have been, all right? Because, yeah, could Aaron Donald maybe been offsides on that one? Maybe, but when you're looking at it from when the play actually happened in real time, I think Aaron Donald just made a great play on the ball, man. Sacked the quarterback to win the Super Bowl for the Rams. That was epic. But I'll tell you this, though. The Rams got lucky beating my Bucks and Tom Brady that year. They got so lucky there in Raymond James Stadium, man. Cooper Kupp makes that big catch there in the playoffs, and that sets up the game-winning field goal for the Rams in the wild card round against us. Actually, I think it was the divisional round. I think it was actually the divisional round. Crazy. Crazy, man. My Bucks could have been back-to-back Super Bowl champs. They really could have been. What's up, DP? What games do you normally call? So I do all the Bucks games every single year, and then I try to do all the big primetime games. So Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and Sunday Night Football. I would have done at least one other game earlier today, but unfortunately I had a family emergency happen this weekend, guys, so I've been pretty busy taking care of that over the last couple of nights. All right, so here we go. Atlanta back on offense here as we've reached the 2-minute warning. So second down and 7, ball at the 35. Oh, and a big play made there. It looks like he's going to be offsides, I think, here for the Vikings. The penalty flag came out quick, and I think the defensive lineman for Minnesota got the jump too early, and now, oh no. And now Green looks like he's hurt on the play.
That's a big deal because they already are without Andrew Van Ginkel.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside, B58, holding offense number.
So offsetting penalties here for both teams, and they'll replay the down with 1:56 left to go here in the second. All right, what's up, guys? That was just Matthew Stafford and Kupp being clutch like normal. Yeah, Smith, it was clutch. That's for sure. It was definitely clutch by Stafford there. Johnson, what are you talking about? Matthew Stafford is definitely a Hall of Famer, dog. He just passed like over 60,000 passing yards the other day or something like that. Like some crazy milestone throwing the freaking football. All right, guys, so we'll see if Atlanta's able to add to their lead here anymore here on this drive after getting the turnover here. We are under 2 minutes to go, and we'll go over the halftime stats. Not a whole lot of stats here for both of these offenses as we get ready to get to the halftime break here, guys. Atlanta's got the ball with 1:56 left to go. Chat's popping off today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out on the channel, everybody. Make sure you guys please hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show. All right, all right, all right. Well, Johnson, all that stuff doesn't make you a Hall of Famer. All right, we're just waiting for commercials to get done, guys. What's up, Jazz? Welcome back to the chat. I'm rooting for the Vikings in this one, going up against the Falcons. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Atlanta probably could have scored a lot more points here in this first half. I think they had the opportunity to do so, but unfortunately, they're just not able to get the offense in the end zone. Oh, here we go, guys. 2nd down and 7 for Atlanta. And here we go. Ball at the 35-yard line. Penix is in the pistol formation. Handoff here to Robinson. Robinson up the middle. Gets inside the 30, and he's down close to the first down marker. So 3rd down and 1 coming up here for Atlanta. You know, Dustin, I guess I'd probably have to agree with you. If Stafford did win one more Super Bowl, he would definitely be a lock for the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't call him a lock now, but with the numbers he's put up, even though, you know, doesn't have a bunch of MVPs or a bunch of Pro Bowls, I think with the numbers that Stafford's put up, he's a Hall of Famer, especially with that Super Bowl title. So here we go. 3rd down and inches for Atlanta. Michael Penix under center. Algier in the backfield, handoff, and he's going to get the 1st down and more inside the 20, and he's tackled down at the 19-yard line. And a big run there by Algier, and a 1st down for Atlanta.
That time Ivan Pace took a chance, tried to shoot the gap in there and make a play in the hole, and they go opposite and created that space in there. So
a nice run there from Algier, following his blockers on the left side of the defensive line that was a little bit weaker there for the Vikings. And now ball at the 19. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Penix gets it completed to Algier on the outside, and Algier knocked out of bounds. So that'll stop the clock. With 36 seconds to go, Atlanta still has 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half.
I really like watching Michael Penix get the ball out of his hands. Very, very quick release, big, strong arm. He has.
Carson says, I don't know what turf toe was until today. Jamie, already, the Chiefs slander in the chat has been terrible here. Gerald, I'm so sorry. Gerald Ross, I'm so sorry about your Broncos, man. Them Colts look dangerous, man. Here's 2nd down and 6. Blitz coming from Minnesota. The Vikings. Oh, they're able to force an incomplete pass there. Atlanta picked up the blitz, but Michael Penix Jr., an inaccurate throw intended for Darnell Mooney, and that's incomplete. So now 3rd down and 6 coming up here with 33 seconds left to go. And you see 2 linebackers blitz, a total of 5 guys blitzing on the play there for Minnesota. And now 3rd down and 6 coming up here for Atlanta. So ball now at the 15-yard line. Michael Penix Jr. is in shotgun. Looking to throw here. 4-man rush for the Vikings. They blow up the pocket. Oh, and Penix had a man open, but he could not throw an accurate pass. And Michael Penix goes down. No flag on the play. So 4th down and 6. And the Vikings defense comes up big in the red zone once again. And now a field goal attempt for Romo. His 3rd of the night. Yeah, to be honest with you, Ross, I'd be a little more worried about that confrontation between Bo Nix and the head coach, Sean Payton, on the sideline. That looked controversial, if you ask me. And here we go now, guys. A 33-yard field goal attempt. Romo with the kick. And oh, no! Did he make it? And he did. He got that in there. Whoo! Just inside the upright. All right, there we go, guys. Updated score for everybody in the chat. Now we'll get ready to see the Vikings come back out on offense. Keith, what's up, man? What did you think of the Cowboys game? What an incredible shootout, man. The Giants, I think, really impressed a lot of people. I did not see the Cowboys defense giving up over 37 points in this game. It went into overtime, and the Cowboys pulled it out. And it was because of their kicker. Like, their kicker saved the Cowboys game here in this one because, holy crap, a 64-yard field goal to tie it at the end of regulation, and then a 46-yarder to win it in overtime. So, congratulations to the kicker there for the Cowboys, man. They got themselves like a future Hall of Famer there with the kicker there in Dallas. So, really good game, though. Feel bad for the Giants, though, man. You got to think their season's pretty much over here at this point. Yeah, you're right, Jace. Field goals are not going to win this game, and we'll see a return here from Minnesota past the 20, breaks some tackles, and he's got some room on the left side, but oh no, he's going to be tackled right at about the 20-yard line and only 18 seconds remaining. I'm not sure what we'll see Minnesota do here. They do have 2 timeouts, though. Yeah, Keith, I probably have to agree with you. And as far as points and excitement, that was probably the best game here today. But the one with the Chiefs and the Eagles was pretty competitive as well. I did like that game as well today. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. JJ high snap, steps up in the pocket, and oh no, JJ McCarthy goes down for his 5th sack of the first half. Wow. And that was a nice play made there by the defensive line for Atlanta, and I can't even remember the last time I seen the Atlanta Falcons defense have 5 sacks in a half. And now we see here, number 54 was the one able to sack the quarterback. And J.J. McCarthy's been under pressure throughout this ball game. Cooper DeJean from Ty with Coop. It looks like we got an injured Atlanta Falcons player on the field. And the trainers are attending to him, so hopefully he's okay. And that's Terrell, their best cover corner. And he's slow to get up. Terrell Jr., number 24. Covering Naylor on the play. Oh, it looks like, hey, that doesn't look good, man. Damn. And yeah, Terrell very gingerly walking off the field here in his 6th season. And yeah, that could be a pulled hamstring. Very minimal. That's what I think it is, a pulled hamstring there for the cornerback.
When things are going back, Justin Jefferson stayed with it. Sometimes there was...
And the Minnesota Vikings are still without their starting center, Ryan Kelly, who may be out of the rest of this game here with a concussion. He's not returned yet. No, Dustin, I didn't hate him. I kind of hated the Patriots for winning all the time. It's kind of really, if there was any sort of hate, I don't really think it was hate. I think it was you just got annoyed with it. You know what I mean? So here we go, guys. 12 seconds to go. 2nd down and 13 for Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy's in shotgun looking to get something going here. Ball at the 17, looking to throw. Blitz from Atlanta. Minnesota picks it up downfield. JJ's got Justin Jefferson down the middle to the 40, inside the 35, and down at the 33-yard line. And with 2 seconds to go, Minnesota will call a timeout. And what a play made there from the Vikings offense. Justin Jefferson, the big outside route, comes right back in on the post route there. And man, plays the freaking safety like a fiddle. And wide open, Justin Jefferson in the open field, almost able to take that one to the house. And a big gain there from J.J. McCarthy to Justin Jefferson. So that was a gain of 50 yards. And now from the Atlanta Falcons 33-yard line, a 51-yard field goal attempt is up, and it is good right down the middle for the Vikings. All right, guys. So at halftime, we've got field goals, ladies and gentlemen. And right now the Vikings trail 6-9 here at halftime after they were able to get down the field there on that last drive with only a few seconds remaining. 3 plays, 47 yards in 25 seconds, and they hit the 51-yard field goal to cut into that lead here in this one. So, guys, we're about to go take our little halftime break, so let me give you guys a first half stat recap here on Tim Reynolds Show. Guys, first we'll start with the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix Jr., 7 for 13 for 76 passing yards in the first half. We see that Bijan Robinson has 9 carries for 72 yards. Algier also has 4 carries for 25 yards. 97 total rushing yards here for Atlanta in the first half. Not too bad. Kyle Pitts is the leading receiver with 3 catches for 34 yards, with Bijan Robinson also adding 2 catches for 20 yards in this game. Now, both teams have been able to force turnovers here in this game. For the Minnesota Vikings, they were able to force a fumble from Drake London and were able to get that turnover. And J.J. McCarthy, unfortunately, has thrown 1 interception here in this one. But the Atlanta Falcons defense, 5 sacks. 5 sacks in the first half. I did not have that happening. The offensive line play for Minnesota has been terrible here to start this game out in the first half. J.J. McCarthy, 8 for 11 for 118 passing yards, the 1 interception. Jordan Mason is the leading ball carrier with 5 carries for 18 yards in this game. Aaron Jones with 4 carries for 15 yards in the first half. Justin Jefferson with 2 catches for 59 yards, and Jalen Naylor with 3 catches for 31 yards as well. And Adam Thielen has also added 2 catches for 26 yards here in this ball game. All right, guys, so there's your stat recap for the first half. Hope you guys are doing well. All right. Bump, 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 bump. Oprah, you get a field goal. You get a field goal. We all get field goals. Yeah, Dustin, I'd have to agree with you, man. I definitely appreciated him more being a Buccaneers player. But I got to be honest with you, man. Like, I've heard there was at least 3 other teams that really were trying to get Tom Brady until they sort of backed off, a couple of them. One of those was the Las Vegas Raiders, and another one was the Chicago Bears. Hey, you guys missed out on having Tom Brady. I don't know why you wouldn't want to bring that guy in, but hey, it'll be good. All right, Carson, see when you get back. All right, guys, going to take a little halftime break here. We'll be right back. Ooh. everybody? Hope y'all are doing good. All right. We are back. Hell yeah. Look at that. OKC fans like, TJ, do something for the love of God. Yeah, tell me about it, man. I got Aaron Jones and Hawkinson in this offense, and nothing right now on my fantasy team. All right, guys, so let's go over some scores from the matchups here earlier today in the NFL Week 2 slate. Cincinnati Bengals were able to get the big win, 31-27 at home over the Jacksonville Jaguars. But ladies and gentlemen, the big news is that Burrow could need surgery for his turf toe. Looking at a report here from ESPN, it could require surgery. If surgery is deemed necessary, this could sign Burrow for approximately 3 months, which would put him coming back near week 15. That's what we call a tough day at the office. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the Bengals got the win. They're 2-0 on the season, so maybe they still got a chance being 2-0. But we'll have to wait and see what happens, guys. Don't forget, guys, to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. What's going on, Justin? Fly, Eagles, fly. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Carson, it's probably, that's probably the best case scenario when you look at it that way, my friend. All right, so another game, guys, here. We see the New England Patriots get a big victory over the Miami Dolphins, 33-27, and this is actually New England's first time in over 46 games that they've scored over 30 points for their offense. So a big day there for New England as they were able to get over the hump against Miami, who just gave up too many mistakes in this one and end up losing at home. Next one was a big shootout there in Dallas as the Cowboys get a 40-37 victory over the New York Giants thanks to Aubrey's late field goal heroics. He hit a 64-yarder at the end of regulation to tie it and then a 46-yarder to win it in overtime for Dallas. So a big victory there for Dallas, who moves to 1-1 on the season, and a tough break for New York, who had a very good day on offense, but unfortunately could not close the deal out. 21 points scored in the fourth quarter by the Giants, and then 20 points scored in the fourth quarter by Dallas. Crazy. All right, so then, guys, we've seen the Chicago Bears get whooped. Get their butts whooped by the Detroit Lions, 52-21. Jared Goff, 23 for 28 for 334 passing yards and 5 touchdown passes. Woo! Yeah, talk about a bounce back game for Detroit. A big win for them. Up next, guys, we've seen the Los Angeles Rams put a whooping on the Tennessee Titans, 33-19 there, and the Rams improved to 2-0 with Devontae Adams having a really good game. And the first game this season without a touchdown in the first half is this Sunday night football game here, with both of these quarterbacks having pretty good days, but J.J. McCarthy's the one who had that turnover early on in the game, or I would say in the second quarter there. 5 sacks, that's the most in the first half for the Atlanta Falcons since 2009. Crazy, guys. And a 61% pressure rate as well for the Atlanta Falcons defense. So doing really good is Atlanta. All right, guys. Also, we got the San Francisco 49ers were able to improve to 2-0 without tight end George Kittle, without quarterback Brock Purdy, as they get the 26-21 victory over the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Mac Jones had himself a day, throwing 3 touchdown passes. We also seen the Buffalo Bills get a 30-10 victory over the New York Jets. The Seattle Seahawks got a 31-17 victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. As we see the return here from Minnesota, and that's where they'll start out there at the 22-yard line after that short return. So Seattle was able to get a big win in Pittsburgh, 31-17 in that game. The Baltimore Ravens got a big victory, 41-17, scoring 21 points in the fourth quarter to defeat Cleveland, and a big game-winning field goal from the Colts get them the 1-point victory, 29-28 over the Denver Broncos. The Panthers came storming back in the fourth quarter, but it would not be enough as the Cardinals get the victory, 27-22, and we all know the Eagles got the victory over the Chiefs, 20-17 earlier today. And now coming up, 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line, McCarthy tosses that one to Jones. Jones has got some room inside the 30-yard line there, and a nice run for about 9 yards. And they're actually going to mark him just short of the 30-yard line. So a gain of 7 on the play, gain of 8. It's actually going to be 2nd down and 2 now coming up for the Vikings. And looks like Ryan Kelly has been ruled out for the rest of the game with a concussion for the Minnesota Vikings. That's going to be a big loss for them. And guys, for the secondary for Atlanta, they're going to be without their top cornerback, Terrell, who's out of this game due to a hamstring injury. So here we go, 2nd down and 2. Play action, McCarthy looking to throw. Stiggins in the pocket, downfield's got a man. Oh, and overthrows his intended target. Looking for Adam Thielen on that play. So Adam Thielen was the one in coverage there, and in his 12th season, he was acquired by the Minnesota Vikings from Carolina, and now he's back in Minnesota, the state where he was born and raised and started his NFL career. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd down and 2 coming up here for the Vikings. Ball at the 30-yard line. JJ's in shotgun, looking to throw. Blitz coming from Atlanta. The Vikings pick it up. McCarthy, a quick throw. No way! Did Bowman Jr. just pick that one off again? And he's still on his feet. Inside the 30, inside the 20. He's at the 10 and tackled down right there at the 10-yard line. Bowman Jr. for Atlanta gets his 2nd interception on the day. Wow! Nope, and that hit the ground. Now that one's coming back. Bowman with a nice play, batted that one, but that one hits the ground. Bowman thought he had an interception, but that one's going to come back. But 4th down and 2, but Vikings get lucky there. They catch a break, and that one's going to be 4th down and 2 after that incomplete pass. Man, I thought Bowman there, the rookie, had like a one-handed interception or something. That was incredible. But now the Vikings will be forced to punt here on their first possession. So 4th and 2 now, ball at the 30-yard line. And we'll see Atlanta get the ball for their first possession here in the second half. And a fair catch made at the 20-yard line here for Atlanta. And that's where they'll start their next possession here, their first possession here in the second half. All right, here we go, guys. Minnesota's got to try to get something going on offense, and now their defense is back on the field. Ball at the 21-yard line. Penix Jr.'s in the pistol formation. And it's a run by Robinson. He breaks the tackle, still on his feet. I thought he was down there, but he's still pushing forward, and he makes it up to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 9 yards on that run. And Robinson able to keep on his feet there. He thought he may have fell and hit the ground, but able to spin around and land right on top of the defender. And Robinson does keep his body off the ground. And terrific body balance there from Robinson, the running back for the Falcons. So a gain of 9 yards on that play. So now 2nd down and 1. Penix is in the pistol formation from the 30-yard line. And over 100 total yards already for Robinson in this game. Handoff there, Robinson bounces around, able to get just past the first down marker. So a new set of downs coming up here for Atlanta after a gain of 2 yards on that carry. And Robinson, the most 100 scrimmage yards games since 2023. He's got 20 of those, 2 more than Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry since 2023. So this Bijan Robinson guy is definitely a playmaker. What's going on, chat? Hope y'all are doing good. And here we go. Penix puts a man in motion in the pistol formation, 1st and 10. Blitz coming from Minnesota. Atlanta picks it up, but wait a minute. A flag blows the play dead. And a false start on the offense by Atlanta. And another bad penalty here for the Falcons. Both of these teams have been a little unorthodox with the penalties that we've seen thus far.
John, in the NFL, trust me, I love my life, and I think I have great cuts. And there's nobody the way he's able to, his vision, his agility, and he can catch the ball too. So it's finna get scary for a lot of people as we continue.
And high praise there from Saquon Barkley about Bijan Robinson. And now 1st down and 15 after that penalty. Ball at the 27. Penix in shotgun looking to throw. Oh! And that was probably the worst pass we've seen Penix throw here in this ball game. That one just way too far ahead, intended for Drake London, the wide receiver here. And Robinson, the running back's been able to show off his running ability here, not only in between the tackles, but his excellent footwork, which makes it so hard for defenders to get hands on him and make good tackles. So now 2nd down and 15 from the 27. Penix is in shotgun. Look, oh, wait a minute. That went to Robinson, almost like a direct snap. Robinson bounces out to the left side there, and he's tackled down at the 37-yard line. So a gain of 7 yards there on the direct snap. I don't know if Robinson intended to catch that or not. And we see the all-out blitz coming here from Minnesota, and yep, that did go straight to Robinson. I don't know if that was the exact intent there from the center, but that's what ended up happening. And Robinson already almost 100 yards rushing in this game. So here we go. Penix in shotgun, 3rd down and 5. Ball at the 37. 4-man rush for Minnesota. Penix throws, and it's caught. Is that Mooney? And I believe it is Darnell Mooney with his first catch of this game. And that's going to be a 1st down for Atlanta. And Penix able to get the ball out quickly to his receiver there on the left side. A nice curl route from Mooney there on that 3rd down play. Ooh, and Mooney just barely able to get underneath that throw and make the catch. So now 11 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball at the 49-yard line. Penix is in the pistol formation. He'll hand it off to Algier. Algier's met in the backfield, and he's going to be tackled down for a loss. So after that good play there on 1st down, that now sets up 2nd down and long, and it was Redmond, number 61, there on the play there for the Minnesota Vikings. Man, he just blew that play up and took out Algier in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard. So 2nd down and 11, now at the 48-yard line for Atlanta, as they're near midfield here on their first possession in the 2nd half. Penix is in shotgun here. Minnesota's showing blitz. They send an extra man late, and that's Mooney with the catch, and he's close to the 1st down marker, but he's going to be short of about a yard, I believe, so a gain of 10. 3rd down and 1 coming up here for the Falcons offense. And Mooney now getting his first 2 catches of the game here on this drive, and the man who had a career-high 5 touchdown receptions last year came up 8 yards short of a 1,000-yard season and only 64 catches. So Mooney, a big deep threat, a big deep play threat here for this offense. And he goes on the sideline for 3rd and 2. So they called him about 2 yards short of that line to gain. Ball now at the 37-yard line. And Penix hands it off Algier, and he's got enough for the 1st down. And every time they need a couple of yards, it's Algier the one who ends up with the carry, and Atlanta gets a new set of downs. So now we're approaching 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, and we see here the tight end / fullback, number 89, goes to the left side, and he's able to seal that block right there in the middle. And Algier able to bounce it back inside and fall forward enough for a couple of yards, and that gets them the first down. Ball at the 40-yard line now. Penix is in the pistol formation, and we'll see what he's able to do here in this one. Vikings show blitz. They send an extra rusher. It's Robinson on the draw play. He breaks loose. He's past the 20, almost near the 20-yard line, inside the 25, down at the 21, first down Atlanta. And Robinson takes that delay handoff, and the blitz coming from the Vikings backfired as Robinson was able to take that right up the middle, bounces that to the right, back to the inside of the field. And man, once this guy starts making people miss, he's dangerous in the open field. And he's able to take that up the field and close to the 20-yard line. 111 rushing yards now for Robinson on the day. Pistol formation here for Atlanta. Ball at the 22. Handoff there. Robinson bounces that back in the inside. And oh, he breaks the tackle. And man, somehow gets 3 yards on that carry. So making something out of nothing was Robinson on that carry on that last play. So now quick, no huddle offense now for Atlanta. 2nd down and 7 coming up here. Robinson is spread out as a wide receiver on the left-hand side. Penix Jr.'s in shotgun, ball at the 20-yard line. 4-man rush for Minnesota. Penix under pressure, having to scramble to his left, throws. That's Robinson with the catch, and he's knocked out of bounds. And that's going to be a gain of about 5, I believe, on that short catch. So now 3rd and 2.
Do one more time. Just do Texas.
Okay. Bijan Robinson, Texas. Bijan Robinson, Texas.
Okay.
So Bijan Robinson. Buster, what's going on, man? Well, thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 2 for the Falcons. Algier in the handoff, and he's stuffed in the backfield, and that's Allen, number 93, with the big stop for Minnesota there, and that's going to force 4th down, and we're going to see another field goal attempt here. This is crazy, man. Field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. And man, if you're Koo, the kicker for Atlanta right now that got benched, you gotta be angry right now, man. TVX, God's always got a plan, man. He's always got a plan. And all right, guys, we'll see Romo attempting his 4th field goal of the game here for the Falcons to extend their lead. It's a 33-yard field goal attempt. And the kick is up and good for Romo, who gives the lead for Atlanta, extends the lead for Atlanta here, 12-6. All right, there we go. All right, so the chat's been updated with the score as we are now in the 3rd quarter of this one. $7:47 left to go, or I should say 6:17 left to go, and Atlanta leads 12-6 here in the 2nd half. On that last drive for Atlanta, 13 plays, 64 yards, able to get the ball down the field, but the red zone defense comes up good for the Minnesota Vikings as they force a 33-yard field goal for Romo, who kicks his 4th field goal now of the game. No touchdowns given up here from either one of these defenses here. Minnesota Vikings, their red zone defense has been shut down so far here in this ball game. As we look over here of the stats for both teams, Michael Penix Jr. now 10 for 17 for 101 passing yards. But Bijan Robinson, 14 carries and 115 rushing yards as of right now. We're only halfway through the third quarter, guys. And we also see he's got 3 catches for 25 yards as well. Guys, that's almost 150 total scrimmage yards already for Bijan Robinson in this game. Incredible. 141 rushing yards as a team for the Atlanta Falcons. A great day on the ground here for the Falcons offense. So pretty damn good. And guys, right now the difference in the game has been the 5 sacks from the Atlanta Falcons defense. This has really gotten pressure on J.J. McCarthy, who has thrown a crucial interception in this one, and the offense has not really been able to get anything going here for Minnesota. So we'll see what happens for our next possession here of the second half for the Minnesota Vikings. Woo! And Larry Gonzalez says, I'm picking the Falcons to win. Well, the Falcons better start scoring some touchdowns. And now number 4 with a nice return up to the 30-yard line. And oh man, number 4 doesn't think he was down, but they're going to blow the whistle dead. And now here comes J.J. McCarthy, who just had his son Rome born on Thursday. Congratulations to J.J. Rome Micah McCarthy. That's so cute. All right, here we go, guys. 1st and 10 coming up here from Minnesota. Ball at the 31-yard line. J.J. McCarthy is under center. Mason, the running back, he'll take the handoff, bounces to the right side. Only a gain of about 3 yards on that play. So 2nd down and long coming up here for Minnesota. And sometimes with that running game, guys, it's always the difference in between a yard. You know, because if you can average 3.54 yards per carry, then you're able to run the ball very efficiently here and set yourself up in good 3rd down and short yardages. Right now for Minnesota, they haven't really been able to get really anything consistent going here on offense, whether it's in the passing game or the running game. So now 2nd and 7. Ball now at the 34-yard line. McCarthy pump fakes, looks to throw, dumps it off to his running back Mason in the flat. Mason with a nice run there after the catch, and he gets that close to the 30-yard line. The 40-yard line, pardon me. So now 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Vikings. Dylan, what's up, man? Sorry about your Bears, bro. Welcome to the chat, though. Thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So here we go, 3rd and 1, handoff up the middle. Mason, oh no, I think he was short. He can be short, guys. This is going to be a close call here, wherever they put the ball, and now a big decision coming up here for Kevin O'Connell. And I don't know, man. Kevin might be looking to go for it here. And it was Diablo, was the linebacker here, making the move, getting around 2 offensive linemen to make the tackle right in the running lane that Mason thought he had. And that closed up very, very quickly. And here we go, guys. 4th down and 1 for Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy's under center. Oh, and the quarterback sneak. And oh, did McCarthy get there? Ooh, this is going to be so close, ladies and gentlemen. I think he got just enough on that QB sneak to get the 1st down. That was a very, very, very close call. Now we see here McCarthy on the replay. Yep, man. Took a helmet straight on there and somehow falls a little to his left and gets just enough for the 1st down. And a Diablo number 0 with a helmet-to-helmet hit on the quarterback, McCarthy, but he seems to be okay. First and 10 now for Minnesota. Handoff. Mason makes someone miss in the backfield. Up the middle, past the 50, breaks the tackle inside the 45 and down at the 43-yard line. But there is laundry on the field, ladies and gentlemen, and this one may be coming back. And unfortunately, that will be holding on the offense. Number 73 on the offensive line. That's the left tackle. Oh no, and Rouse is the third string left tackle now playing for Minnesota after it looks like Scully or however his name is went into the tent there for Minnesota. That's not a good sign. So now with under 3 minutes to go in the third, it's going to be first and 20, ball at the 30-yard line. Play action, McCarthy looking to throw, dumps it off. Oh, and Aaron Jones can't bring that one in, and he had room to run as well. Needed that one. And TJ Moore trying to get a fantasy victory here today. As we see here on the replay, good play action. McCarthy almost loses the football, and then Aaron Jones not able to bring that one in. Second down and 20 coming up here for the Vikings. McCarthy has to step up in the pocket. He's going to run for it now. A good block by Jones up the middle. McCarthy bounces that out to the left side and gets a gain of about 16 yards on that play. So now third down and short coming up here for Minnesota. And that was a great run there by McCarthy. Oh, and maybe not. Got to see where they marked this one here. I thought McCarthy got a lot more yardage than that. Nope. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be, so that was probably just a few yards over 10. Okay, so it must not have been first and 20. That must have been like first down and 30 or something. No, it is third and 4. Okay, so third and 4. McCarthy's in shotgun. Uh-oh. Is that going to be false start? And it is another penalty for Minnesota, and that's a crucial one. That one's going to back them up. And it's the veteran right tackle, O'Neal, who moved at first there. And it actually was the center, Juergens, actually. He flinched and didn't hike the ball. So here we go, third down and 9 for J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings offense. Ball at the 38. Falcons are showing blitz here. McCarthy's in shotgun, and Falcons do send 5. They pick it up. Minnesota, completes that one to Jefferson. Did he catch that one? No, they're going to say incomplete, and the ball hit the ground, and that brings up 4th and 9 for Minnesota. And Kevin O'Connell doesn't like it, and neither does J.J. McCarthy. And we're seeing a repeated performance of what we seen last week. And yep, unfortunately,
happened to him at the end of that play.
Unfortunately, it looks like Justin Jefferson not able to bring that one in. The ball thrown a little too low from McCarthy. So now 4th and 9 coming up here from Minnesota. And we're seeing the same thing that we seen on Monday from the Vikings. They're really not able to get anything going on offense. They've got to get the run game going just like they did in the second half against the Bears. But the Vikings are going to need another fourth quarter comeback here if they're going to win this one. Because, guys, we got just over a minute left to go here in the third. The Falcons now get the ball back after that punt. So Atlanta's going to take this one into the fourth here. And we'll see what Atlanta can do here as we head into the final quarter of this one, guys. Atlanta leads 12-9 here over Minnesota. No touchdown scored so far yet in this game. It's been a big defensive battle here. A really impressive game here on primetime. Guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show for more of my NFL content and NFL news and NFL live play-by-plays right here on one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go. All right, stream's doing pretty good. Looks like we got a lot of people still hanging out. Man, over 138 votes now in the chat poll on picking their winner here today. Appreciate you guys doing that for ya, boy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Boom! Damn, man. Tough news for the Bengals with that Joe Burrow toe injury. That's just crazy, dog. All right, so pretty decent protection here from Atlanta for the most part, but that defensive line has been a problem for the Atlanta Falcons offense.
Take job on J.J. McCarthy, stepped on that incompletion to Jefferson a moment ago.
So here we go now, 1st and 10 for Atlanta. Handoff here to Robinson, the left side. He's tackled down after a gain of a few on the play, up to about the 30-yard line here for Atlanta. So 2nd down and long coming up here for the Falcons. We're approaching the end of the first quarter here in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, guys, 12 to 6 right now. Atlanta is leading. So 2nd down and 6. Penix, under pressure, and he goes down for the sack. Minnesota's number 58 gets back there. It's Grenard. And what a big play made there by the defensive captain as he's able to get in the backfield, and that's a huge loss for Atlanta. And we see here Grenard lined up on the left side. Him and Allen, the two best defensive linemen, a nice double move there. Oh, and Matthews can't do anything about it. Grenard comes free to the quarterback, and Penix gets taken down for the big sack there. And that's a big loss. Now all the way back to the 13-yard line. 3rd down and 14 for Atlanta. Penix is in shotgun. 4-man rush for Minnesota. And that's a big pass play, batted down by number 44, the safety there from Minnesota. And it's a 4th down and 14 coming up here, and Atlanta will have to punt. And the defense comes up big. Brian Flores happy to see the big plays made here by his defense. Number 44 steps up here. He's got the man coverage on Kyle Pitts, and he takes him down. Excellent play made there, and now Atlanta will be forced to punt. Pinion punting from his own end zone. And by the way, guys, I do have the score pinned in the chat for you guys. And a bounce at the 50, and number 4 takes it on the bounce, makes a move, cuts back, and he's tackled down at about the 48-yard line. So that's great field position here for the Vikings as they get ready to come out on the offense. And it'll be the end of the 3rd quarter here, and Atlanta still leading here 12 to 6 in this ball game. All right, there you go, guys, with the updated score there in the chat. Hope you guys see that. All right, thank you guys for hanging out on the channel. If you guys have any football questions, please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show. All right, so after the third quarter, we'll go ahead and hit you guys with our little stat recap. All right, so after the third quarter here, Michael Penix Jr., 101 yards passing on the day. Bijan Robinson with 15 carries for 119 yards on the ground. A very good day for him. He's also got 3 catches for 25 yards. And Kyle Pitts with 3 catches for 34 yards as well. Darnell Mooney, 2 catches for 20 yards as well for Atlanta. Now, the Atlanta Falcons defense was able to get to the quarterback 5 times already in this game. For J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings, McCarthy has 124 passing yards with 1 interception. He also has 5 carries for 25 yards to lead all runners here. Only 69 total rushing yards as a team for the Vikings offense compared to 145 rushing yards from the Atlanta Falcons offense. Justin Jefferson with 2 catches for 59 yards, and then Jalen Naylor with 3 catches for 31 yards as well, with Adam Thielen adding 2 catches for 26 yards here in this offense. So we'll have to see some fourth quarter magic coming up here for the Vikings. Oh, yeah. What's going on, man? Big Kahuna says Colts 2-0, baby. Hey, man, big win for the Colts this week, dude. Big win. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for Minnesota at the 48. McCarthy's in shotgun. Blitz coming from Atlanta. McCarthy goes down. Oh, and the ball came loose, and Atlanta's on top of it. And wow, McCarthy got taken out there on that one, and the fumble and turnover goes to Atlanta. Wow. And Diablo number 0 able to get the fumble recovery here as the blitz came from Atlanta on 1st down. And number 96 is there on the sack, and that's a clean fumble, ladies and gentlemen. McCarthy was not down, and number 0 gets on top of it. And the Falcons now get the ball in great field position. Name a player to edit. What's up, Duff Edits? Baker Mayfield. So that's the 2nd turnover here for Minnesota, and that brings the ball here at the 38-yard line for Atlanta. Great field position here. The pistol formation for Penix. Handoff to Robinson. Robinson up the middle, breaking tackles, and he's all the way up to the 30-yard line there on that carry. 2nd down coming up for Atlanta. And you can see Kevin O'Connell is not too happy. So here we go, 2nd down and 2 coming up here for Atlanta. Ball at the 30-yard line. Penix is in the pistol formation once again. Drake London, the receiver, in motion. Penix hands it off. Robinson bounces out to the left side. Spin move. Robinson gets enough for the 1st down for Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson now 17 carries, 128 yards on the night.
So 128 rushing yards now for Robinson on the night. And that one with a beautiful spin move there gets enough for the 1st down.
He has all the moves. And when you're talking about, when somebody's like 5'8" and weighs 180 pounds and runs like that, you go, that's impressive. Right?
So you have 17 rushes for 128 yards for Robinson here in this one. And now Atlanta's marching down the field, 1st and 10. Robinson looking to take over here. Ball at the 28-yard line. Penix hands it off. Robinson makes a move in the backfield. Breaks the ankles for Allen, but the defense has Allen's back, and that's going to be a loss of 2 yards on the play. Rodgers, number 2, with the tackle in the backfield. And this defense from Minnesota has answered time and time again here in the second half. And that's what Kevin O'Connell is asking for here again. And we see here Jared Allen, a beautiful move, able to get in the backfield there. But Robinson, whoo, that juke move was insane, dude. Holy shiznit. And here we go now, 2nd and 12 for Atlanta after that loss at the 30-yard line. Penix is in shotgun, looking to throw. 4-man rush from Minnesota. Penix under pressure, goes down for the sack. And that's a huge sack there from Minnesota because that may have just pushed Atlanta out of field goal range. And you know J.J. McCarthy's got to be loving that. The defense having their quarterbacks back. And it's Raymond, number 61 there up the middle. And he gets to the quarterback, man. Woo-hoo-hoo! That's a big man tackling down that quarterback. Dude, Bertie, if you got Bijan Robinson on fantasy, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, look, outdoors, I'm hoping for the same thing, man. I got freaking Hawkinson on my dang football team too, man. And here we go, 3rd and 21. Atlanta in shotgun. Blitz coming from Minnesota. Wait a minute, the whistle was blown. And did we get a timeout? Yep. Looks like Atlanta called a timeout. I thought we may have had a penalty marker, but Atlanta calls their first timeout here of the second half. They'll have 2 remaining here in the 4th quarter with just over 12 minutes remaining in this one.
Keeping the Vikings in the game by not being able to finish.
This defense has just been playing unbelievably.
Yeah, they're talking about it on the broadcast here, guys. This Minnesota Vikings defense is playing even better than they did last week, even better than what they did a year ago. And they're not even fully healthy on the defensive side right now for Minnesota. So if this offense can start clicking and getting things going here with the young quarterback J.J. McCarthy, this team could be a legit contender this year with the way this defense is playing. But now 3rd down and 21 coming up here for the Atlanta offense. Ball's at the 39-yard line here, so Atlanta's got to get something. Penix in shotgun, looking to throw. Gets rid of it quickly. That's caught by Kyle Pitts. A quick tackle there by number 44, the captain there. And only a small gain. So here comes the field goal unit once again for Atlanta. And it's been field goal after field goal after field goal here, guys. What do you think? I think he misses this one. So this will be a long one here on 4th and 18. Romo's already made a 38, 29, and 2 33-yarders here. This one is from 54 yards out. Lined up on the left hash here. This could give Atlanta a 2-score lead. Good hold. Kick is up, and it's going to be good for the Falcons. And now the lead is 15-6. And that's a 9-point lead here for the Falcons. What's up, Duffy Heads? What's up, man? What did you do, bro? Did you make the Baker edit? Yeah, Jacob, it is a very close game, man. What's going on? Birdie says, I got Bijan on my fantasy team. Hell yeah, dude. Outdoors says, hey, can Hawkinson do something? Please? I need Hawkinson to do something, man. Hopefully, let's see him get a couple of catches here on these last couple of drives, right? Let's see it happen. Oh, I did the edit. Go check it out, says Duffy Edits. Okay, thank you, man. We'll have to check that out, bro. And look at that. Outdoor says, I'm calling it right now, dog. Hawkinson TD. Let's do, dude. Let's manifest this, man. I need it too, Outdoors. I need a Hawkinson touchdown, man. Let's go. Hey, Dakota. Hey, I get it, man. NFC South ain't the most exciting division. I guess there's probably way more exciting divisions out there, you know. But, hey, let's talk about the injuries, guys. Joe Burrow is out for the next 3 months. This is terrible if you're freaking Cincinnati, dog. Man, like, what are you guys going to do? That's the one thing about the NFL, man. I wish there was way less injuries, honestly, around the league. Mayfield with a great scramble for the TD. I'm just built different, says Baker Mayfield. Hell yeah, look at that. Look at that. Loving that. Baker's just built different, son. Duffy edits with the beautiful Baker Mayfield edit on the channel. Hell yeah. Shout out, dog. That was awesome, man. Pretty cool, dude. Pretty cool, man. I'm not big into the whole edit game, so I like your style. I like your style. Final score prediction says Jacob 22-14. Okay. Slayer says, I think the Bengals should trade for Joe Flacco or Shedeur Sanders. Hey, that'd be hilarious, man. I wonder if the Bengals will try to trade for a quarterback, right? I mean, Kirk Cousins is out there. Why not? If you want to win. And from 2019 to 2024, Atlanta Falcons have had the least amount of sacks in the league, and no player with 10-plus sacks since 2016. That's the longest drought in the history of the NFL, or currently in the NFL. But they did sign a lot of pass rushers, including drafting 2 in the first round. So here we go. Ball at the 19. McCarthy hands it off. Mason up the middle. Nice draw play, breaking tackles, and he gets a nice carry there of about 7 yards on that play. So now second down and short coming up for Minnesota. Yeah, Duffy, just seen it, man. Gave you a like on it as well, dude. Pretty cool, bro. Pretty cool. I don't know. Carson. I don't think Brownie's going to take you to the playoffs, though. I think Cousins might. So here we go. Second down and 3. Handoff here. This one to Mason. Mason breaks a tackle in the backfield and rolls forward for maybe a gain of 2 yards on the play. So now third down coming up here for Minnesota. And they've got to get something going here on this offensive possession. A field goal puts them right back in this game for Minnesota. And with the way that defense has been playing, I really think the Vikings still have a shot here. Yeah, Duffy's edits, shout out, man. I did get to check out your Baker edit, dude. Gave you a like on it. And Carson's got good faith in his team. I like that, Carson. Good luck to your Bengals, man. And here we go now, 3rd and 1. In shotgun, McCarthy looking to throw. Blitz coming from Atlanta. McCarthy's got a man downfield, and no! Naylor was wide open, and J.J. McCarthy just overthrows his intended target, and Kevin O'Connell didn't like that at all. And Naylor lined up in the slot one-on-one, and he just beat his man, and oh my goodness. A terrible throw there by J.J. He had plenty of time to get it downfield and just overthrows his intended target, and Kevin O'Connell doesn't like that one either, ladies and gentlemen. So another punt coming up here for Minnesota, and this has not been a good offensive game for the Minnesota Vikings. So a nice punt here, and the Falcons will get the ball back. And a fair catch made there inside the 20-yard line. So Atlanta will come back out on offense with just over 9 minutes left to go in the ball game. And J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings have just been struggling, man. He had a chance to hit somebody for a big play right there, Naylor, for a touchdown. That was going in for 6, and he just overthrows the wide open wide receiver. So not good accuracy here early on for J.J. McCarthy. So we'll see how much he continues to struggle with that, man. All right, guys, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're already almost up to 50 likes again. Should I continue to start Daniels or put in Goff? No, Carson. I would put in Goff right now if those are your two fantasy quarterbacks. Look, Daniels is playing great right now. I'm not saying that is not going to continue, but man, Jared Goff played even good last week in a loss, man. He's completing like over 80% of his passes right now. Jared Goff is on fire. Take Jared Goff right now while you can, dog. For real. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Little bathroom break. All right, we're back. Oh, look at that. A Tim rooting for the Houston Texans tomorrow. That's awesome, dude. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for Atlanta. Pistol formation at the 17. Handoff to Robinson on the right side. He gets a gain of about 2 yards on that play. So 2nd down and long coming up here for Michael Penix Jr. and the Falcons. And we see here Michael Penix, the left-handed quarterback, able to stand in the pocket here, gets the ball out quickly, a quick release time there for the Atlanta Falcons quarterback. And getting the ball to his open targets here very, very quickly. These quick passes have really helped get the Atlanta Falcons offense down the field, but no touchdowns yet scored in this game here. So now ball at the 19-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Penix changing the play in the pistol formation. Handoff here, Robinson up the middle. Robinson tackled down short of the 25-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and short here for Atlanta. So Robinson takes that handoff there and explodes through the hole up the middle, and Allen was the one able to make the tackle there. So 3rd down and 2 coming up here. Ball at the 25-yard line. Penix is in the shotgun. Looking to throw. 4-man rush from Minnesota. Quick throw out there, and Drake London with the nice grab. And he's got enough for the 1st down for the Falcons. And we're under 8 minutes to go here in the ball game in the 4th quarter. Atlanta leading 15-6 here in this one. And London lined up on the slot there. They put Pitts in motion, who ends up being the outside wide receiver. And now we see a little cushion there in the defense. Rodgers did end up slipping on the play, but still delivers a nice big tackle there. And that's just a small gain for London. And now ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Penix is in the pistol formation. Algier is the running back in the backfield. Handoff here, Algier to the right side, and he's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, but refused to go down, and a gain of a couple, but there's a penalty marker on the ground, and this could be holding on Atlanta. And it is holding on the offense, and that's going to back up the Falcons. I guess, Carson, I look at it like this. Like, you can't trust your defense, really. Okay? And do you really think that the offense is going to be near their potential with that guy there at quarterback? Like, no. Like, they're not going to. So right now, I don't know. It depends on if the Bengals could survive until Burrow gets back. And that's if Burrow comes back. With it being 3 months, if he has surgery, I don't see Burrow coming back. And London with a nice catch on the slant play. And oh my goodness, on 1st and 20, Atlanta gets a first down here. And now we're under 7 minutes to go. Whoa. Hell yeah, Axe. What's up, dude? Go Bucky. Yeah, William, these QBs are playing pretty dang good, dude. And the rookies in the NFL right now, at least Cam Ward is not doing too bad, even though his team's 0-2. Carson, you trust your defense? Okay. Good luck, bro. I wish your team the best of luck. And now a handoff here to Algier. Algier gets close to about midfield there on that one. So now 2nd down coming up here for Atlanta. Okay, so on that last play, oh no, and now Murphy, number 59, the linebacker, is hurt. And they're checking and attending to him there on the field here in Minnesota. So Drake London able to catch that short slant play on 1st and 20 for a gain of 21 yards to give the Atlanta Falcons a first down. And now they're right near midfield, actually on the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 6 coming up here for the Falcons. Carson, you beat Cleveland last week and you didn't do anything on offense the whole second half. Like, that was nerve-wracking, you know? If Cleveland makes a couple of field goals, Cleveland wins that game. Their kicker missed field goals. That's pretty much the difference in the game. And then this week, you guys faced the Jacksonville Jaguars, which wasn't a good team last year, and they put 27 points on you guys here. So if you're telling me, like, is this defense going to be able to hold up against the Baltimore Ravens, who have now scored over 40 points in back-to-back games? No, they're not. And is this offense going to be able to compete if they're able to be stymied by defenses like the Cleveland Browns? Like, no, it's going to be tough for them, man. As a matter of fact, you know what, Carson, we'll go over the schedule here for the Bengals. I want to kind of go over this with you here, pal. So it's tough schedule, really tough schedule coming up here for the Bengals, okay? So next week they got the Vikings. That one I think could be a winnable game, but their Vikings defense is tough. We're seeing that right here. Then they got the Broncos right after that, Carson, okay? Then the Lions, okay? Then the Packers. Then they start their divisional matchups again against the Steelers. Then they got the Jets and the Bears. Those are probably winnable games right there for the Bengals. Then they got the Steelers and Pats again. But this is the big thing, dude. They end the season facing Baltimore twice, facing Buffalo. But hey, you know what? There's a handful of games I could see the backup quarterback winning for the Bengals there. So if the Bengals are able to get some upsets, and if they're like right at 500 when Burrow comes back, which would be... See, right now, 3 months from right now puts Burrow back with only 3 games remaining, because that's the end of December. So there would either be 4 games remaining or 3 games remaining by the time Burrow comes back from his injury, if it is 3 months of an injury there for the Bengals there, Carson. So best of luck, man. That's a tough schedule there for the Bengals. Yeah, Carson, you're right on that. Going 2-0 really does give you a chance because of that. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd down and 6 for the Falcons. Handoff here in the pistol formation. Algier on the right side's got a lane, and he's got some yards, and the first down for Atlanta. And the Falcons are trying to put this game on ice. Algier, though, did run out of bounds, but a big gain there on that stretch play. Algier just taking that to the outside and getting it inside the 40-yard line across midfield. Ooh, and Drake London got away with a hold there on Murphy Jr., pulling on the jersey, and no holding call was thrown. So here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Ball now at the 37-yard line. Penix in the pistol formation. Hands off to Algier. Algier up the middle. He's got down the first down and then some. Down at the 21-yard line. And the Falcons are running all over the Vikings defense. So we see here on this play, Penix in the pistol formation, and he's just going to hand that off. A stretch play now going to the left side. Algier bounces it back inside, finds a running lane, and he gets that up for another first down for the Falcons. And Algier having himself a very nice day early on. 10 carries, 59 rushing yards for the backup running back. And now Penix Jr. in the pistol formation, ball at the 20-yard line. Penix, handoff to Algier once again, bouncing up inside the middle, a gain of 2 yards on that carry. So now inside the red zone is the Falcons, and we're approaching under 4 minutes to go here. And Minnesota does call their first timeout of the second half. Yeah, Carson, it's going to be tough for you, man. What's up, Clay? What's your favorite music creator? Favorite music creator? That's a good question. Well, I guess you can call him more of an artist rather than a music creator, because I would say Linkin Park. Linkin Park, they write pretty much all their songs, and that was probably one of the best music creators that I've, been a fan of. Thank you for the question in the chat, guys. Daniel Sports, what's going on, man? Cheers to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Steelers are 100% beatable, says Carson. Hey, I guess so. Bucks and Texans tomorrow. What are your thoughts? I think it's going to be a really good game. I like the Houston Texans defense. They've got themselves a pretty high caliber defense there, but the offense can be had for Houston. Their offensive line is going to be really banged up, but then again, so is the Bucks offensive line. We're going to probably have to reshuffle our offensive line once again with left tackle Tristan Wirfs out for this game reportedly, and we're also looking at the injury report because our right tackle might also miss this game with a foot injury. Now, the good thing is that he did practice yesterday on Saturday, so hopefully that means he's trending in the right direction for tomorrow for the Bucks. But I just think that the Bucks offensive firepower is going to be a little bit more than the Texans have on their offense, so I think it'll be a close game, but I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-24 over the Houston Texans tomorrow night. Vikings, we will beat. Broncos will be close. Packers, no. Lions, possible. Jets, Bears, we will beat. Gotcha. So, Carson, if they lose next week to the Vikings, are you still a believer? Because by the time they get to that Jets game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I mean, bro, they could lost 4 of their next 5 games, or at least 3, because I don't see them beating the Packers, the Lions, or the Broncos. Yeah. If I had to bet, I would definitely say they got a chance maybe against the Steelers, especially with the way the Steelers have been playing now. And against the Vikings next week, heck, if they get the win next week against the Vikings, that's 3-0. So that gives the Bengals a really legit chance. Honestly, Carson, I really do think. All right, so here we go, guys. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Falcons. Ball at the 19-yard line. Pistol formation for Penix Jr. Handoff here. Robinson up the middle, and he's tackled down after a gain of only a couple. So now 3rd down coming up for the Falcons. And the second timeout called there by Minnesota. And this is a 2-score game, so you got to wonder if that's the reason why they're seeing timeouts being called here already with just over 4 minutes to go. Michael Penix Jr. throws a beautiful left-handed ball. Hell yeah. Brr, brr, brr. Not very many good offensive numbers here in this one. And score, guys, right now, Atlanta is leading 15-6 in the fourth quarter over Minnesota. No touchdowns scored, guys. So here we go in the shotgun, 3rd down and 7. Here's the ball game pretty much here. Penix hands it off. Robinson bounces out to the right side, makes a couple of guys miss. Robinson's right there, close to the 1st down yardage. And I think they're going to mark him about a half a yard short. And you got to wonder, is Atlanta thinking about just going for it here? Because if they do even just get a field goal, it's still a 2-score game. So if you are Atlanta, I think you might want to just hit the field goal here. So here we go, guys. Final timeout taken by Minnesota. Man, you can see the tears in the eyes of Justin Jefferson. He's not happy with the way they've been performing here. Minnesota, 164 total yards on offense. And Bijan Robinson has 168 total yards of offense. Like, Robinson has outdone the whole entire offense of Minnesota here in this game. Incredible. And now 4th and inches, Atlanta is going to go for it here. Penix is under center. Algier is the running back in the backfield. Ball at the 11. Uh-oh. And there is a flag here, and we're going to see what's this one going to be. And it's going to be offsides on the defense. Encroachment on the Vikings, and that is bad. Woo! Yeah, JK Legends, I just gave you my thoughts, man. I was telling you, I think that defense for the Texans is going to be really tough tomorrow. They're probably one of the better defenses in the league, so we're going to have to come up with big plays down the field and be really balanced on offense. But I think the offensive line for the Texans is going to be pretty, beat up, and they're going to be dealing with a lot of injuries, just kind of like the Bucs are. And honestly, because of that, I think the Bucs are going to be able to have a good chance in this one. I think C.J. Stroud's going to struggle against our pass rush. So now 1st and goal for the Falcons after that penalty on the defense for the Vikings. Handoff here to Algier. Algier up the middle, and he's inside the 5. Tackle down at the 4-yard line. And now under 4 minutes to go here for Atlanta. And a touchdown most certainly will put the game away here for Atlanta in this ball game. And they've had the ball now for almost 6 minutes here in the fourth quarter trying to run this ball out. And the Vikings fans are not happy. No, no, no. So Atlanta under center, 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Algier up the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown, touchdown for Atlanta. And Tyler Algier gets into the end zone to cap off his incredible day. And Atlanta increases their lead here in this one. And that's the first touchdown of the game on a big scoring drive there for the Atlanta Falcons. And the extra point is good, so the Falcons take a 22-6 lead here in the fourth quarter. Minnesota's used all their timeouts, and with the score being what it is, it's going to be a very, very long comeback here for the Vikings. All right, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Guys, man, we've already got 55 likes in here. This is awesome, man. Yeah, Chase, Algier's been getting a lot of carries in this one, man. If you took half of those carries that Algier has and they gave them to Robinson, Robinson would probably have like over 250 total yards of offense right now in this game. So that's crazy, man. That is just crazy. All right, Carson, get some rest, man. All right, guys, so that last drive there for Atlanta, a very methodical one. And we'll go over here the stats for you guys. 12 plays, 83 yards, and over 6 minutes taken off the clock as the Atlanta Falcons get in the end zone off of a Tyler Algier rushing touchdown. 13 carries for 67 yards for Tyler Algier in this game. He's also added 1 catch for 4 yards. Man, Robinson's had himself a really good day, but a touchdown would have capped his day off and made it even better. 22 carries for 143 yards to go along with 3 catches for 25 yards for Bijan Robinson here in this ball game. But 210 total rushing yards here as a team for the Atlanta Falcons compared to 135 passing yards. That's just wow. Talk about running the ball down their throats. Minnesota was playing great defense all the way up here until late in the third, and in the fourth quarter, they've not been able to stop the run. And Atlanta's really been able to control the clock. And now they're up by 2 scores. It's 22-6 here in the fourth quarter with just over 3 minutes remaining. I think it's going to be too much for Minnesota to be able to overcome here in this one, guys. All right, but thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show.
Also of note, Aaron Jones. He's on the sideline, no helmet, trying to pump guys up, but he is questionable with a hamstring injury.
Some injuries to watch for this on the offense.
It looks like another offensive lineman is out for Minnesota with a concussion, but Aaron Jones is also questionable with a hamstring injury. Well, that means I won't get no garbage time fantasy points from Aaron Jones. Oh, boy. Yeah, Chase, me too, man. Me too, dude. I got TJ Hawkinson and Aaron Jones playing right now. It's not good. It's not good. I just needed something, and instead I got nothing. Let's watch TJ Hawkinson get a touchdown here on this drive, right? That'd be awesome.
Kickoff set up.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 now for the Vikings. Ball at the 30-yard line. McCarthy's in shotgun. All right, looking to throw. 4-man rush from Atlanta. Under pressure, and somehow McCarthy gets that off to his running back, but it's incomplete. And the pressure getting right in the grill of the young Vikings quarterback here in this one, and it's been a long, long day for J.J. McCarthy.
In Indiana, and we've seen Kirk Cousins. He had a chance to be here as well. And don't forget Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers wanted to come here. But they really put all their eggs in one basket.
So now we see here 3rd down and 8, or I should say 2nd down and 10 with 3 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the ball game. Ball at the 30-yard line for Minnesota. In shotgun, JJ looking to throw, steps up in the pocket, downfield, that's caught. TJ Hawkinson, baby, with the stiff arm and a 1st down. Yeah! Fantasy points, fantasy points, fantasy points. Not too bad, not too bad.
Darnold, but you see Kirk Cousins, as you see these two teams playing, he's been an opening day starter. 21, 2, 3, and 4 for these two teams.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Here we go. 1st down and 10 for Minnesota. Ball at the 42-yard line. JJ looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's under duress. Scrambling around to his right. Downfield. And that's caught. Justin Jefferson with a big grab. And he gets it inside the 40-yard line down at the 36. JJ going fast here for Minnesota as they try to get something in the end zone before the 2-minute warning. And now here we go. JJ looking to throw in shotgun, 1st and 10. Downfield, JJ. And that's intercepted. There is a flag on the play, but the rookie safety Watts with the interception, and that could be the end of the ball game, folks.
And that's going to be Watts' first NFL interception.
Illegal shift, offense, number 19. That penalty declined. First down, Atlanta.
And there was a penalty, but it's on the Vikings, so that penalty is declined. An interception goes to the Falcons, and this is going to be a great victory here for Atlanta. 3 turnovers now for the defense for Atlanta, and the Vikings just not able to keep things going here against this tough Atlanta Falcons team. The pass rush was the difference here in this one. 5 total sacks, I believe, on the day for Atlanta, and 2 turnovers make the hell of a difference here. No, 6 total sacks for the Atlanta Falcons defense, and an impressive performance here by them as we look for the Atlanta Falcons offense to finish this one out. Oh, now Algier in garbage time with a nice carry there on first down and 10. Gets it close to the 10-yard line. And Justin Jefferson wanted a penalty flag on that last play when McCarthy overthrew him and got the interception. But no penalty marker. Jazz, what's up, baby? Hey, congratulations on your Falcons, man. Good win here for them as a team, dude. Seriously. They got the job done. They did what they needed to do. And now we're at the 2-minute warning here, but Atlanta's going to walk away with the victory here, guys. 22-6 here in this one. Although, Jace, I got to admit, man, you weren't in my chat after that missed field goal last week. What happened? I don't know. Were you there last week? I don't know. No, honestly, Jace, I thought the offense played pretty good. It was the red zone defense for the Minnesota Vikings that was very, very impressive. They weren't giving Penix nobody to throw the ball to at all in the red zone. I'd say give kudos to the Minnesota Vikings defense in here in this one. Could the offense played a little bit better for Atlanta? Yes, but honestly, they were running the ball so good in the second half. That's the reason why they're going to end up with the win. And their defense capitalized on mistakes, and that's what you're supposed to do. So, oh yeah, KO Kingdom, what's up, man? Why'd the Bears draft Lofton? Yeah, I know, man. Like, Lofton's ain't even being really used in the offense like I thought they would. And man, the Bears could have had a lot more different playmakers there at that pick instead of taking Loveland. No. I actually thought the Bears should have tried to trade up to get Ashton Genty. To be honest with you, if you put Genty in that backfield around that new revamped offensive line, like, why not? But, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. All right, guys, we're in a commercial break here, but the Atlanta Falcons are leading 22-6 here in the fourth quarter. We're at the 2-minute warning, and Atlanta is going to be able to pull off a victory here on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, KO, exactly. An edge rusher definitely would have helped out the Chicago Bears a lot better than another tight end. Yeah. It's not that Loveland didn't deserve to go where he did. Loveland's a good tight end, but I already thought Chicago had a good tight end in Kmet, honestly, so I thought that was a wasted draft pick by Chicago. So here we go, ball at the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 3 for Atlanta. Tyler Algier is in the backfield. Handoff here, Algier up the middle, and he's stuffed after a gain of only a yard on the play. So now 3rd down coming up here for the Falcons. And looking at the upcoming schedule here, the Vikings will take on Cincinnati next week while Atlanta heads to Carolina. And then they'll have Washington a bye week, and then Buffalo and San Francisco after that in week 6 or 7. For the Vikings, they've got Pittsburgh and then Cleveland in week 4 or 5, then a bye week, and then Philadelphia week 7. So a tough schedule coming up for the Falcons after they take on Carolina next week. So here we go, guys. 3rd down and 1. Handoff Algier right there. And looks like he's going to be just short there of the line to gain. So 4th down, but this is going to run the clock under a minute to go. And more than likely, this will be the end of the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Randy? And I'm sure Vikings fans are going to look back on this one and say, hey, tough game. A lot of lessons to be learned here by the Minnesota Vikings team. Their defense played great, though. Anytime that you can get to the quarterback and sack him for, I think it was at least 1 or 2 sacks there for the Vikings. They also were able to get 1 turnover, and that defense really shut down Atlanta for the most part. And until that last drive, they hadn't given up a touchdown. So a really good performance by the Vikings defense, but that offense, man, there's a lot right now. There's a lot right now. Dude, tell me about it, Outdoors. I'm going to have to try to shop around for another tight end, if you know what I mean. Ugh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Oh, yeah. So here we go. A punt coming from Atlanta with 28 seconds remaining as we get ready to close this one out, ladies and gentlemen. Williams would have been a great pick for them. Oh, and a muff kick from the Minnesota Vikings, and Atlanta's on top of it. And the final turnover of the game will seal it. Tough break there for the Vikings, and that pretty much sums up how this game has gone for them in this one. Tough break there, and Atlanta will kneel it down. So let's go ahead and hit you guys over with the final stat recap for both teams. Atlanta gets the victory, 22-6 in this one. Michael Penix Jr. finishes 13 for 21 for 135 yards passing. Bijan Robinson with 22 carries for 143 yards. Tyler Algier with 16 carries for 76 yards and a rushing touchdown. Drake London with 3 catches for 49 yards. Kyle Pitts with 4 catches for 37 yards. And Bijan Robinson added 3 catches for 25 yards in this game as well. For the defense for the Atlanta, they were able to force a couple of interceptions and got 6 sacks on the day. Guys, I can't even remember the last time I seen Atlanta Falcons defense have 6 sacks in a game. So an incredible victory here for Atlanta. Looking at the Vikings offense, 11 for 21 for 158 passing yards there for J.J. McCarthy in the Vikings offense. Jordan Mason, the leading ball carrier with 9 carries for 30 yards, only 78 rushing yards total as a team for Minnesota. Justin Jefferson finishes with 3 catches for 81 yards. Jalen Naylor with 3 catches for 31 yards as well. Adam Thielen with 2 catches for 26 yards, and T.J. Hockenson with 2 catches for, or actually 1 catch for 12 yards in this game. Great for my fantasy football team. Yep. And guys, injury to note, Aaron Jones was reportedly dealing with a hamstring injury at the end of the game. So hopefully he's going to be okay going forward, especially because he's on my fantasy team as well. But yeah, So a big win here for Atlanta. They get back to 1-1 on the season, and the Vikings lose their first game of the season as well, so they'll move to 1-1. Isaiah, my reaction when Brady went to the Bucs was like my mouth dropped. Like I really didn't know if the Bucs had a chance whatsoever to get Brady. There was a few rumors, but honestly, at that time, you know, when COVID was happening and everything, you know, no one's really paying attention to a bunch of rumors in NFL at that time. So when Brady decided to come, I mean, I got to admit, man, that was probably the toughest Super Bowl for anyone to have to win because of the whole entire season and the way that it went. No fans in the stands or nothing. And the Bucs went on that incredible run with Tom Brady as a wild card team. They didn't even win the division that year. They were a wild card team, still went on the magical run, beat Green Bay, beat the Saints, and beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That was just so freaking cool, dude. Yeah, good game, says Sankey Livingston for the Falcons defense. Honestly, man, I can't remember when I've seen a better performance from a Falcons defense in quite some time. So this was a very, very big win for Atlanta. I love the way the defense played in this one. But, man, the Vikings have got to get something going on with this offense that has been so bad through these first 2 weeks. J.J. McCarthy is definitely going through a lot of learning pains, a lot of growing pains here with this Minnesota Vikings team. So something to keep in mind here. But guys, your final here tonight, Atlanta 22, the Minnesota Vikings 6. Only one touchdown scored here in this game, so it was a big defensive matchup, but a very good game nonetheless. So thank you guys so much for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and check out more of my NFL content and my NFL news and my NFL live play-by-plays right here on one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go, and I can't wait to see you guys for tomorrow night's matchup when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be taking on the Houston Texans in prime time on Monday Night Football, and we'll be live right here with the play-by-play and reaction. Thank you guys so much for hanging out here on the channel. Don't forget, guys, to hit me up in the comments on some of my other content on YouTube to let me know what you guys think. Feel free to sign up for channel memberships that are now live on my YouTube channel, and thank you guys so much for all the love and support here on this Monday Night Live play-by-play in Week 2 of the 2025 NFL season. The Atlanta Falcons get the victory 22-6 over the Minnesota Vikings on the road here in this primetime matchup. Thank you guys for hanging out on the channel. We'll see you guys next time on Tim Reynolds Show. Peace out, everybody, and enjoy.